That's what the 11 truck just visually has an advantage on. It just looks like his truck is so...
Oh, they're wreck into the front straightaway.
Big wreck. See the 38 of Chandler Smith. Ty Majeski.
Big wreck off.
I'm impressed we've gone this long without a wreck.
I was thinking the same thing. They just race so competitively.
Winning this race. Let's go back and look and see what happened right here.
Is that Gio or Jarrett? Did I see that correctly? That maybe got a little bit loose and hung into Chandler Smith. What's the truck in the middle there? See that?
Yeah.
Gosh, it looks like it got loose, straightened up, and then hung it right.
I think he just got like tank slapping a little bit. Like the back of the truck's catching it. You're wiggling so much trying to keep up with it.
I think that was Gio that had the truck away from him.
See the right front tire down. All the sparks flying out of the back of that 98 truck.
Up here in the booth, it's got a little dent in the right front. Something happens. Somebody runs into it. And this time, obviously, a little bigger damage.
So Chandler Smith head to the garage. But as we look at this one more time, chaos here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Kevin, I don't know how much damage is done to the, let's take a look here.
Ooh, it's a decent little kiss there. I think it's going to be all right.
See if he can keep.
White flag is out for Cory Heim as he has had an absolutely dominant day. Wins stage 1, wins stage 2. The only way that they could take the lead away from Cory Heim was on pit road today. Kid has just done an absolutely amazing job. You see him go through turns 3 and 4 for the final time here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Cory Heim is going to win 15th career win in his 75th career start.
Wow. Just wow.
That's just the old-fashioned butt whooping.
That's what.
Second pole of the season. His other came at a 1.5-mile track as well, Miami, and first caution of the afternoon for the 5. It's Chris Wright who gets turned around.
Well, I don't know if you saw the moment the 5 car had in practice. It was an incredible save that Chris had off of turn 2 earlier today.
He's running 33rd.
Oh, yeah, that started early. Oh, my. Let's look at this one more time. And, oh, no.
I tell you,
black streaks on the ground. Continue on.
Replay was even more impressive than it was live, actually.
5 for the 7.
It's either going to be Mayer or Smith that are the first car 1 lap down.
Got to see a crush panel exit this race car, most likely. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. There's Carcass, and there's the crush panel.
Beat the wall! Yeah, he pushed Zilich up high, and Zilich got a little bit too high and then got into the wall.
You kind of even get more frustrated because you think, hey, I've been here all day.
Right. Where'd you come from?
Of right. Looks like the right front went down on the entry. Yeah, and it's where did you come from and why do you... Oh, my goodness. Sammy Smith went around, and then this gets really close.
Pay me the favor back right now.
Give me a little racing room, please. They hungry, and they thought it was a piece of cracker, like a Lance cracker.
I need a snack.
Oh, my goodness. So has Nick Sanchez. He's up 8 spots.
In that Vegas and Miami, where is the driver of the 7's head right now? Take a listen to the radio.
And we'll interrupt you on that, Kim, because the caution is out 7th time today.
Lulled into a sense of security running that top side. And you see all that sealer on there. That's the bumps. You can only see the ripples in the racetrack. And sometimes if you just overcook it a little bit, that right rear starts to almost hop as we go on board with Nick Sanchez. Look, you see that wiggle hop, and then the car's gone. You've overheated the rear tires.
We return to the green flag. Here they are in the Echo Park Automotive restart zone.
Nick went to the top, but Jesse Love was there. He catches Blaine Perkins. We got a big wreck here.
Debris going everywhere. Blaine Perkins, Harrison Burton. And And the Wheeling caution lights are on for an 8th time today.
There was some room up there. It actually looked like, if you look right here, he's going to get to the outside of the 31 as they go through a little dog leg. Looks like Nick actually kind of went to the left, maybe trying to...
Well, and it's Brandon Jones moving up to the middle as well that caught Blaine.
Here we go again at Charlotte.
Outside did pretty good right here.
Start by Jeb. Sanchez pops the outside again. The third row. Let's see if he can gather any momentum up there.
A little bit of a tire rub on Zilich.
Oh, we got
Catherine Legg, 32. Caution is out again.
Hadway back of the 7, tries to give him a little help. He knows this whole race, the winner is going to be determined right here. Allgaier does a great job on the bottom.
From all of them.
Wow.
Sanchez had a big push there too. Byron up to 2nd. Allgaier getting away. Zilich sliding all over the place, hangs on to.
What a save!
He's going to get some momentum on the outside. Look at the speed of the 17.
Allgaier can do.
It's helpless right there.
Contact nearly gets away from Allgaier. White flag in the air. William Byron leads with 1 to go. Next flag ends the race.
What a move by Byron, getting to his outside.
Dominated early. Speeding penalty put him behind the 8 ball, but in overtime, William Byron going to deliver it home. Here comes the 17 back. Caution is out. Race is over. William Byron, your winner.
That's it, baby. Let's go. Thank you, boys.
Jeff Burton wrecking here across the start-finish line on the pit road.
In overtime. Now we go back and look at the caution. What happened to bring out the caution on that final lap?
You saw Jeff Burton going up as Brennan Poole was on the outside there. They get together. Hard hits for Brennan.
Yeah, just looking at that, it's almost like Jim didn't know that Brennan was to his outside coming to the checkered flag.
Team on the racetrack, but let's take a look off of turn 2. Just a little bit high, carrying a little bit of speed. Yeah, it looks some light contact. I mean, you'd like to see a little bit lighter than that, but not too bad. I mean, he's still out on the racetrack, running laps. Let's ride along here. He didn't seem to think it was a big deal because he never lifted and he never...
Our side. But some major breaking news came out of Indy this week, some changes in their organization. And just talking about Ross Chastain, and there he is, a damaged #1.
So I'll be really interested to see what happens here. You see the left rear,
Super hard, but definitely hit it.
All right, so we'll get into this conversation after we see what happens to the 1 car, but the forbidden fruit of a next-gen car at a high-speed track is rear air pressure. The more air you take out of the rear tires, the lower the diffuser.
That ended up failing him, and let's take a look. Going down into turn 3.
Yep.
His car comes around, left rear tire goes, and there's contact to the wall. So kind of lucky, actually, with the contact, not as severe as you would expect when you blow a left rear tire into 3.
New left side tire this week at Charlotte. We talked to Goodyear. Really, it's the same construction, same build. They just have to change some of the ingredients, they say, so they thought it would react very similar. But Trevor, you and I have had this conversation all week. We saw it at Kansas. We've seen it at other racetracks. Now here it is, Ross Chastain.
To turn 1 and tracking in the right direction, right up against the wall, losing a little time there, though. Starting to even out down the back straightaway. Keeps that car wrapped around the bottom, losing the back. He's coming around.
Lock it down.
Lock it down. They tell him lock it down. A lap's over with. Save the car.
Take care of it.
Yep. Good job. Hey, you know, we saw him wrapping and trying to pin that car down, and it was too much to ask for the rear tires there, and the car jumped out from under him. There's not a lot of forgiveness in these next-gen cars when one starts to slip in the back. This is usually the result.
Doesn't that speak to his personality?
Yeah,
just let it rip.
He'll mash the gas. We know when we're seeing Carson run, he's going to give us something to watch.
Won a pole on the 1.5 mile at Texas. His teammate Michael McDowell got it done on the intermediate at Las Vegas earlier this year.
Well, it's funny because the way the cars get sent out, you know, as the other car goes, another car goes onto the racetrack to move qualifying along. So you mentioned his teammate Michael McDowell. He's on the racetrack running his lap right after his teammate spins off turn 4. That can be a big confidence builder. McDowell 4th. Good lap for McDowell.
He must have not seen anything.
There goes Kyle Larson sliding off the corner. First caution of the night.
Straight, keep it straight.
had the anxious moment when we came back from a commercial break, and
Get
this
fired up.
time,
You want to come straight to us here?
and this
No,
time it
keep
gets
rolling
away
if you
from
can.
me.
I don't see any tires
Trying to
down.
get that
You
thing
still got
fired
time to
back up so
fire.
you
Just
get
let us know where the
moving.
pace car is, Tyler. Reset the
Driving
ECU if you have
off.
to.
Luckily, oh my gosh.
Man, that thing's just loose.
It's so rough up there. You watch him bouncing, his head bouncing around in the headrest. You can
Straight,
tell
keep it straight.
he's going through a series of serious bumps at the top of that racetrack, and it just gets out from under him.
One thing at Charlotte Motor Speedway, the ball field, the grass here in the middle isn't grass, it's turf. Great news for the 5. If this is grass, you could easily damage the underneath. You see right there at the back behind the rear tire, that's that carbon fiber diffuser. I didn't see a lot of damage. What you see flap down, that's the diffuser flap. That happens when you spin.
Drivers that really need stage points, capitalizing on a good starting position tonight, just as we say that about Buescher.
Gotta spin down the front straightaway. Caution's out.
Out of shape, down the front straightaway. Caution with 3 to go.
Another HMS car.
Sure your tires are up.
Likely going to end the stage.
I know they're down, but don't rip up the body here.
It's pointed in the right direction. Let's see.
Same spot as the 5 right there. It's loose. Corrects the car into the wall.
That is late off the corner.
There's the bumps over there, dude, are so bad all the way to the exit of the corner. They're massive, especially further around the corner. That is a hard, hard lick.
He was running 9th when it got away from him.
I'm telling you, I said it after the Larson one. I'm saying it again to my driver. Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman have both already wrecked. We talk about how long it is. It sounds like a talking point. We are just getting to the 25% mark. I'm just reminding my driver, right? We had Ty Gibbs fired up on the radio. We had Kyle Busch fired up on the radio. I appreciate what you're doing out there, but please stick with me. We got a lot of racing to go. Go high all day long. I think I would be too conservative on the radio. Oh!
There goes Connor Zilich, 87-41
Jimmy
is
Johnson
Cole
as
Custer.
well.
And yep, the blue car up top, 84 Jimmy Johnson, 7-time champion, 4-time winner in the Coke 600, making his 700th career.
The front on the outside, just seeing the right recorder panel. Jimmy, Jimmy gets loose into the wall down the racetrack.
Stay middle, stay middle, stay middle. Keep coming. Keep coming up, 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 up. Caution down.
Hey, telling you, man, turn 3 and 4 up top of the racetrack. I grew up coming to this racetrack. All the crashes happened in turn 4, back in the Sportsman days, back in the Cup days. We always wondered why that corner was the one where most of the calamity and crashes would happen. And it's back to its old self. You better respect it up there.
The Sportsman days. I like that.
Man, we used to see some crazy crashes in turn 4 back in the day. And let's look at this replays from the lap before. I've seen that many times in my career. Jimmy Johnson sideways and stealing the gas, passing cars.
Yeah. This is what got my attention.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a big move right there. That was a big, big moment inside the race car. Big crash down the back straightaway.
5th caution of the night, 38 is Zane Smith.
That's a hard hit on the right front there for Zane. Running 20th. Looks like he just gets loose in front of SVG. I don't think he was going to save it. I know SVG kind of sent him on around, but I think it was headed for the inside wall either way.
Big hit.
Amazing how these spins that we've seen tonight have basically been on the exit of all these corners.
And late.
And
you know,
late.
like later than, I guess, what I'm accustomed to seeing. Normally the looseness or the snap starts earlier. This is almost like the unloaded. Like, I mean, he's basically out of the corner, lost that vertical compression, and around it goes.
Well, and, you know, when we saw Byron just wiggle there, I mean, that we know as racers that's a big moment.
Massive, yeah.
You know, it doesn't look like that from TV or for folks at home, but it does not take much for these cars to yaw out and be gone.
Yeah.
You just can't grab these like you used to be able to grab some of the cars in earlier years.
Cars trying to clear the 9-3 wide behind them. Blaney, one of the Penske cars. Make it go! Big wreck!
Suarez in the 99 around into Blaney.
Oh, man, more cars getting contact there. Huge crash. The 5, the 7. Wow. Just complimenting Blaney on being able to get one of the Penske cars up into the battle here, and y'all run out of racetrack off of turn 4. Middle than the 99. The 99 slides up the racetrack a little bit, making the 19 tight. Contact between the two on the outside, back down into Suarez. Look at Suarez collect the 7 and the 5 as they're trying to squeeze by. Just destroying the suspension on the right rear of Larson's car.
Nemechek had lost that track position, able to drive through, avoid the incident.
Yep, Larson just got back on the lead lap. Haley was fast all weekend. Spire's been great tonight. His chance at a good run is gone.
Be interested to see how much this impacts Brisco.
Yeah, he might have got through there okay without too much.
Yeah, I actually think maybe a little bit of damage to the nose, but I agree with you, Dale. You know, I didn't see a lot of pushing and banging on the wheels.
It was a wild wreck.
We about had one the lap before. They got 3 wide, and the 9 got in there, and they got it all squeezed together.
Still tight.
Oh, here we go.
Backing up top.
On board with Larson.
Right here up front. Caution down. Watch. Check up. Low.
Man.
I think that's what people forget is that these speeds, you just have to pick a slot, try to fire your way through.
Now coming across here. Stay at the track. Stay on the racetrack. Keep coming.
That's Christopher Bell right there. Been able to get through. New spotter. Working through there.
He backed it way down too, didn't he? Caution number 6. Free pass goes to Josh Berry. He returns to the lead lap. Scored 26th on the board.
Denny doesn't have a whole lot of help back there from the 24. Hocevar off into turn 1 with a good push. Oh, the 77's got major issues.
Something broke. Something is broke underneath the hood of the 77. That wasn't tire smoke. That looked like oil smoke or blew up. You heard it. The wreck behind. The chaos continues, but blew up over the radio. The great run. The heartbreak for the 77.
It fucking blew up. 10-4. Copy all blew up.
Sheens.
Really, all the drivers behind him did an amazing job, and then finally we run out of real estate here, and Buscher gets collected in it.
Yeah, the 23 as well is on pit road with some right front damage. Bubba Wallace. We don't often see engine failure, Steve.
No.
So it's kind of, and it's a restart. You're going through the gears, you're shifting.
That's what I was wondering. You know, in the H pattern, the old, 4-speed, you would think maybe a missed shift or a sloppy shift. With the sequential, it seems like they're not even really lifting off the gas anymore. That seems to be and should be relatively bulletproof.
Yep.
Plus, I believe Carson, if he felt like it was driver error, his radio communication would have been a little different. I'm going to, I have enough respect for all of these drivers. They're going to tell you like it is. But watch this right here on board.
Bottom. Clear. Hard push.
Well, he doesn't want to hear this now early in his career, but I've seen enough out of this young man and Spire that he's going to have more of these. He's going to have more opportunities to win races. This one's going to sting, but it was very impressive.
Hey, but a lot of stage points tonight. 15 for him. That helps minimize the damage. And here's the other. Here they come, back to the white flag. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. We've had 3 last lap passes in the history of the Coke 600. Chastain in front of Byron.
Byron closing the gap even more off of turn 2. He's in the wall, though, just trying for everything and running out of racetrack.
Into 3 and 4 for the final time. How about it? From the back to the front, Ross Chastain wins the Coca-Cola 600.
Really would not do to make those spots happen.
Another 3-wide move. This time, Jack
Wood goes around. Can they all avoid him?
Wow.
Tanner Gray, great job in the 15, but the 63, he goes around. Akinori Ogata.
Wow, what a job.
And Michael just mentioned it. You see Kyle Busch has that run on the bottom, and you got to take this move when you can, and it just caught these guys a little bit off guard, and Jack Wood just gets down in there and gets himself into a bad position as they're trying to get back towards the bottom. Jack Wood kind of stuffed it in there, but had so much momentum. I think that I don't know if that was ever going to work. And what a move by Tanner Gray to just check up and find his way through that.
I said Bailey Curry, but he gets hit in the back.
Look at that 15 truck.
Tanner Gray, and still is able to make that move and avoid the spinning 91 truck. Wow, that was a great job of driving by Tanner Gray.
And I know Ogata's not going to like me saying this right now, but for only one truck to get significant damage out of that, that was impressive by all those truck drivers. That
he has been consistent. Third in both stages. Here it is. White flag in the air. Final lap from Nashville.
Big run down the front for Cory Heim. Can he get there?
Rajah Caruth has tasted victory one time in his career. He put so much effort into learning this craft and becoming the race car driver that he is in the Truck Series. Entering turn 3, Cory Heim sets sail in there. It's not enough yet. Out of turn 4, Rajah Caruth hangs on and wins it at Nashville.
Thrown this team for a loop at times. They haven't been able to figure out how the tracks are changing when you guys in the Cup Series go out there and lay all that rubber down. That's a little bit different than these tires. He's the highest of anyone on the racetrack right now. We know he wants to do that, but we got a
big
wreck.
Spin. 4 is Parker Retzloff, 28 Kyle Sieg. First caution of the night. Comes out inside of 10 laps to go. Actually right at 10 laps to go. It absolutely is one end or the other with them.
There's no in between.
And they are players. Here's what happened.
Kyle Sieg's on the inside here. Is he going to get loose? Yep. That's Nashville.
Yeah, it's just classic racing these cars, right? I mean, they're both close to each other's doors and old tires right at the end of the stint. And, yeah, it's a tough break, especially for Parker there and getting his car torn up. Doesn't look like Kyle got too much damage at all.
Mayor, Parker, you and I were in the hauler earlier today, and what did he tell us? We need 90% type of days. They've just had one top 10 in the last 6 races, and Sam felt like in order to kind of get back to what they needed, just needed to settle in as we got a caution on the racetrack.
31 is Blaine Perkins going for a ride. Third caution of the night as he hits. Ready for the final stage. Front row, Sheldon Creed, Justin Allgaier. Here they are in the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone. Spinner, there goes Brandon Jones, Ryan Ellis, Josh Williams, and Anthony Alfredo all around.
Christian Eckes destroyed front end. They cannot catch a break in that team. Unbelievable. See how this unfolded. A little checkup.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's just that stack up. You see the separation. So the 0-0 sort of hesitated as they got into the restart zone. That caused an accordion effect, and then Christian Eckes got in the back of Harrison Burton. You saw the 20 get spun out as he tried to check up for the car in front of him on the outside.
And as a leader, you have the ability to launch whenever you want to.
Right.
And we're getting later and later in the race. Guys are getting hungrier and hungrier on restarts. You don't know without looking at data or mile per hour or whatever, but the 0-0 didn't look like he launched or stopped. It just, the field was anticipating him to go early, and that trickles back so far into the field, and it's crazy to think that you have that much damage going at such a slow speed, but there's a lot of race cars torn up from this one.
79 laps to
really earned my money today. I really
contact, and there goes Sawalich.
Lock it down.
Caution number 6.
All right, get it stopped, get it fired, try to get back rolling if you can.
They were racing for 11th, 12th, and 13th on track in that situation. So here we go. Brandon Jones had no tires. They do fuel only. That's we know he's good on concrete. He's been really good at this racetrack over the years. 10 starts coming in, half of them resulting in top 5 finishes. And another dominating performance here tonight. Sweeps the stages, leads over 100 laps. Justin Allgaier hits a high note. He takes it in Nashville, Tennessee.
He's baked the cake.
You heard Marty say he didn't pass the first time, which we'll assume he passed when he went to pit road and then didn't pass the next time, so it had to be some sort of issue. Caution on the racetrack. The 8 of Kyle Busch is around through the grass.
I'm amazed that this team is
in it. Only 14 points out. Let's take a look at the replay here. It's Kyle. That's middle of 3 and 4, and just gets loose, and luckily doesn't slide up into the outside retaining wall and down toward pit road. But said he was loose before the bump, but that was right around the middle of the corner where the car actually comes around. I would say this too. I'm really through anything like this in terms of struggling week in and week out and having these type of things. Last week it was the steering rack. This week an early spin out with the balance being off the car. And his ability to sort of stay buckled down. We got another car going through the
Josh Berry.
Yeah. Man.
Busy here early. There you go, hit the bunt, and it stepped out. That's what Josh Berry, right here with Berry, you're going to hear him pick up the throttle. Right there, over the bump and around it goes. To your point, Dale, I think that all of these cars, well, you wanted to see the two Penske cars in the second practice. They have information from the first practice. They may make adjustments. They may feel like the track is a little more ready, so they attack it harder right away. In two big moments.
It's wild that bump, once, that bump sort of sets the car sideways, you lose traction. Really isn't any room to save it. This next-gen car has such a small window of forgiveness. Once it does, and even up down the back straightaway.
Toyota's side by side back behind them as well.
Yeah.
Brisco and Jones going at it. Brisco Jones in the green 43.
That's a good run from him.
Caution is out, second time tonight. 47 Stenhouse off the pace.
Huge break for all of the drivers.
Tough break for the 47. Damage to the right side of the race car. They came in above the cut line, running in 17th spot. Let's take a look at the replay.
There.
And he completely lost control. Oh, man. Looking to 5 way up the racetrack as well, trying to avoid. Oh, he just got tagged in the left rear by the 77. He's not going to be happy about that.
Oh, Carson Hocevar.
Yeah, he might see Stenhouse after this one's over with.
We've known Stenhouse to hang around in the garage.
For the 43 of Eric Jones, cost him a spot or two. Chastain to the bottom in front of Priest, blocks that air.
Oh, Noah Gregson
double around
in front of the 48 and the 5.
Alex Bowman, 48, never finished top 10 here. Noah Gregson coming off a great run last week at Charlotte. Heavy damage for him, and we'll see how dinged the 5 of Kyle Larson is. All three right in the vicinity. Another caution here early second stage.
This is Nashville. When back bigger than Nashville, is that accurate?
Let's take a look at the replay here, see how this happened. There's the 4 car of Gregson, the 48, getting down in the corner, right behind Cory Heim.
Oh, the 48 gets super loose.
Yeah, he just got over into the corner a little bit too hard. What a shot for the 4 car into the outside wall.
Larson able to hang on to it up there. Very little contact, if any, for driver 5. Hamlin, your leader in Nashville series. We're ready for the restart as we get back underway in stage 2. Hamlin, Cindric up front, and they're headed to the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone. Jones out of line, a little contact with Bell. Hamlin trying to get through on the bottom. And there goes Bell around.
Yes, John Hunter Nemechek in the 20.
1 laps in this race, and it came around on him here. Contact with the 43 of Eric Jones. Everybody racing tight for position.
Yeah, Jones to the inside here, and just, he thought the 20 came down on him. He wasn't ready to give that up. He didn't like, I think, what happened there on the front straightaway and just stayed with it.
Yeah, I think I had John Hunter Nemechek as the guy. It was Jones. Similar paint schemes got me. Let's take a look from on board the prime camera for Chase Elliott. He's going to get a big view of this 20.
Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Easy. Down, 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 down. Keep going, keep going. You're good. 1 inside, 2 inside here. Any damage? 2 inside.
Right on board with the Ryan Priest here, and you can see.
They're wrecking in front of here. Stay mid.
Check. 9. I don't know if the 9 didn't get just a little bit of that. See his car wiggle a little bit like he might have contacted the 20. Let's take a look.
Very little, if at all. 4th caution of the night. 3 already in stage 2.
21 car. Didn't think they had a great practice. Wasn't sure what to expect out of his race car today.
But the door's open now for both these drivers because they've established track position. And you just said it, Steve. We've got a long way to go in this race. And there's
Cory Heim.
Man, what a night for 2311. Bubba Wallace speeding, the tire issue for Reddick. And here goes Cory Heim in the 67.
Right down, down there in front of everybody.
For this organization.
Let's see how this happened. I really was expecting a great run out of this kid tonight. Here he is running on the inside of Keselowski off of turn 4 and just doesn't give Brad the room. Yeah, he just doesn't give Brad the room, and
he was racing inside the top 15.
Yeah, I mean, and I was not surprised by that. Let's look on board here. Oh man,
I'd love to listen to that again because I thought spotter outside 6 was the information that he received.
Yeah.
I don't know if he just didn't think he was that high or what happened, but it seems like he was getting accurate information.
Yeah, I will tell you that on the exit of this corner, the wall sneaks up on you quick.
Like closer, you mean to your right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you run out of room, and there's a lot more room off of turn 2, the very tight exit off of 4. Let's listen again on this replay.
77 trying to go inside, not there, outside 7, lane 3. Outside 6 still.
So you're right, Steve. You got the correct information, and just a misjudgment on his part. Hard hits.
Silver lining here for 2311. Free pass, Tyler Reddick, so he's back on the lead lap. Hamlin, Blaney, Logano, the top 3. You're watching NASCAR on Prime. Championship in 23. Big walk-off win last fall at Martinsville to make the championship 4 a season ago. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Now Blaney can cruise. Only driver at Team Penske that's winless so far this year. They came to play tonight. Car into 3 and 4. It's going to be a Nashville night to remember. Ryan Blaney is the man in Music City.
Conversation. I just been surprised a bit that Lane Riggs or Chandler Smith, either one, haven't been able to make their way to the front, Regan. Week in and week out, we talk about those guys.
Oh, Jack Wood goes around hard into the outside wall. Caution is out. The first for incident.
I don't think it was too hard, so hopefully he can drive around and get her tuned back up. He's sheet metal on that left side. See if we can catch what happened to Jack. Whoa, that's classic just loose, right, Regan?
Yeah, just got up into some what looked to be some air that he wasn't comfortable with, and you could see the front of the truck hop a little bit as he got up there, and almost like once that happened, he just broke all traction, and it just came around, unfortunately. And Jack running in the 21st place and was trying to get his way back further forward in the pack.
You can see that's the contact to the left rear. Hopefully they can bash her out and finish her up at least. Let's hop on board with our buddy Frankie Muniz in the Muniz and Morgan truck. Man, that's a good feeling, isn't it, Regan, when you see a guy starting to slip and like you're heading in the right direction. You know the low line is what you need.
And just a classic Michigan spin right there, right? You get caught in a bad area if you're Jack Wood in terms of the air, as I just mentioned a moment ago, and you feel so.
Oh, in this race, Carson Hocevar, Caden Honeycutt.
A couple of teammates lined up there low.
So Heim opted to push
Look at that
Hocevar
push.
out front. Got teammates on the inside. Ross Chastain has entered the fray, guys.
Golly, this is tight. And it's just going to get tighter, right, Regan?
Certainly is. And
Caution is out. Raja Caruth. Gosh, it's been a day for him. Last week's winner had a tire issue early in this one, was off sequence, and that is a big hit.
Yeah, that'll do it for that truck.
And that's the unfortunate part about restarts, right? Cautions can sometimes breed cautions, and we see.
Mentioned Matt Mills.
Yeah, I think that Raja tried to squeeze down a little bit. See if we can see another look. That's a little late.
It appeared that they were going to end up 3 wide there, and I'm not sure that Matt necessarily knew that they were going to be 3 wide there, and Matt was on the outside. But as we look at this view again here, you'll see on the right side of the screen, Matt Mills, it appears there's room there, and he comes down just a little bit. And that's enough to upset Raj's truck right there, which then ultimately ended up in him trying to save it. And as he saved it, it went up and slapped the right rear and then fouled it with the right front of the truck.
And you said it. When these restarts start happening over and over late in the going, you just try to take more chances and more chances. And sometimes you just don't get you don't have the room to try to do what you were attempting to do. That looked like a racing deal. I can't really pin that on Matt. You know, it's just
trying to pick up the 3rd spot.
Cory Heim on the rebound. We saw him get around Ross Chastain, continuing to march back toward the front.
Caution is out again. Another 2 damaged race trucks. Morgan Baird, one of them. The 02, Nathan Bird, the other.
Wow.
Guys, we hear caution breed.
Stay out. Let's see if we can look at the top of the screen, see the 2 trucks.
This was back here in 28th and 29th.
Near the back, looks like Baird gets loose and just they take each other out.
Yeah, it almost seems similar to what happened to Jack Wood earlier in the race for Morgan Baird there. Just you get into those air situations where you don't exactly know how your truck's going to respond. Maybe you haven't been in that spot earlier in the day, and once it comes around at 185 miles an hour, it doesn't take a lot to get it upset, and it's just so difficult to catch it. And you can see at the top of the screen there, top right of the screen, the 02 of Nathan Bird making his contact with the wall after he got contact previously.
Well, we went 70 laps without a caution for incident. Now we've had
a lot of trust in one another, and that trust will run out. There it is right there.
Contact around he goes. Can he save it? Carson Hocevar was sideways, and he does. That is Ross Chastain saves it, and Hocevar to the lead. There was so much going on. Contact everywhere, guys. We're staying green.
I don't know the amazing truck control right here. And you see the reason why Hocevar is concerned about that left rear right there. But watch what Ross Chastain does. He's got his foot wide open, Regan.
Foot wide open. He's steering back to the right. He's waiting for that truck to catch, and you see the tire marks at left as it caught right there. He's waiting for it to catch and come back over to the left rear of the truck. And when that happens, you've got to be steering back to the right before that happens in order to keep it straight. And by the way, Ross is doing all.
Hold off his teammate, Cory Heim.
It's already begun.
Ross Chastain gets sideways, and they all pile into each other. Around they go at the front of the field. We can't get going. Is that a push gone bad?
Oh, yeah, 100%. It was a guy on the front row maybe that decided to go a little later in the box than the person pushing him decided. And there you see the result.
And not sure if Ross Chastain, you know, got pushed at just the wrong time that it caused the tires to spin, but certainly looked like there was a checkup on the inside there.
This is a mess. We thought it would be aggressive. It turned overly aggressive. There's the restart line. You can start in that box, and you can see the push from behind on Ross was just more than he could handle. Yeah. He handled it, but then the push on the back of Gio turned him into Ross, and the way they all went.
And it actually looked like, you know, both of our leaders there, as they got ready to start going, it was almost 2 separate incidents that took place there, right? Because Gio Ruggiero in the 17 truck got turned sideways as well, and don't know, we'll have to watch again here and see if they were waiting late in the zone to go.
That's what it looks like. It looked like they just went.
Both trucks were getting pushed from behind, and I got to believe that they were having trouble hooking up the rear tires to get going forward. If those pushes come too soon, what happens is you spin the rear tires and you can't go anywhere, and you start dancing around as we saw, and it almost appeared that both lanes had that happen just about at the same time.
That's exactly what happened. The second row thought the front row would go sooner, and they both turned around the front 2 guys. And Ross survived his spin until he got hit the second time, and it was over.
And you might watch that at home and say, well, why didn't Gio Ruggiero just go, right? Why didn't he go? Why was he waiting so long? As the leader of the race, you see the white stripes on the track there. He's got a restart zone, and just some big hits back here through the pack. And the number 7, as you guys have mentioned, Carson Hocevar making it through there. But going back to the restart zone, Gio is the leader of the race. He's got the option to choose where he wants to go right there. And he can wait all the way until that last white stripe before he goes if he wants to.
Yeah, that was just the second row, just where they know they had to be aggressive. We talked about how aggressive it was going to be, and they went to the back bumpers of the leaders on the front row, and it was just more than they could handle. When you hit that back end, it lifts those tires up a bit. As we watch the Morgan cam go through this mess, see how Frankie does. He sees the problems. Everything's going all right. And we're going to survive this one there, guys.
Some nice,
just navigating the infield grass. It's been a decent day for Frankie Muniz, having the best run we've seen, Michael and Regan, since Daytona. NASCAR overtime. Green flag is in the air. So far, a better restart. They do it. Corey LaJoie hangs on to the lead.
Frankie did not get going,
which in turn caused Carson to not get going either. So that was a worst case scenario for Carson based on that position.
But he's got her wound up now, but man, he's back in probably 10th spot. So the
oh, flawless Allen.
That was hard contact. Still green. See if he can keep that thing pointed in the right direction. Look at Corey LaJoie trying to do the best blocking job he's ever done. Oh, cut tire, Hemrick.
Left front goes down for Hemrick. He hits the outside wall. Caution is out.
We're going to do it again.
And I was just getting ready to say,
I think the
see that one
right
truck
there. You see the 9 of Grant Enfinger come down just a little bit, and as he came down to clear off, it just turned lawless as he tried to correct it, turn him head first with the right front to the wall.
It just happened so quick, flat out, trying to get up to speed, and he just had an issue there.
Here's what happened to Daniel Hemrick.
There you see the tire just blowing apart. A lot of damage on that left front. You called it, Regan, that be surprised if he made it, and he didn't.
And unfortunate, because Daniel had done a nice job all day after having troubles in practice yesterday with a flat tire, actually, that caused them to only get 4 or 5 laps of practice. He had mentioned earlier in the day that he felt like he had a very good truck still, and they had put themselves in position a couple different times on a few of these restarts. We've seen him creep into the top.
Here we go.
Nice smooth start so far.
Yes, it is.
Carson Hocevar jumps to the bottom.
2 laps to go here. Grant Enfinger ducking to the inside of Corey LaJoie, and he clears him just like that. Here comes Ben Rhodes in the 99.
And that was a perfect move by Grant to get that
Four wide.
Cleared. It's chaos behind them here.
And they're sideways. Matt Mills into the wall, and he takes a couple more trucks with him. Jack Wood goes around. The 15 Tanner Gray.
Oh, wow. We got a caution.
Whew.
There you said it, Jamie. 4 wide.
And you see Matt Mills inside of the 88 truck there, the bright yellow truck of Matt Crafton. So they are 4 wide right there.
And just squeezed. That's what happened.
Yep, Andres Perez trying to get the position, and appears that Matt maybe thought he was clear and potentially started to move up.
Did you see Ty Majeski?
Yeah, he squeezed through there, did he?
Oh, my goodness. Clean truck after all that.
This is the squeeze play we talked about.
Yeah, and it wasn't a lot. It was a subtle move by Matt Mills as he, tried to get back up in there. And part of what happens there, and
look at Majeski. See you guys.
Very nice move by Majeski. But part of what happens there is that if you don't get back up, you're going to lose 3 or 4 spots by the trucks on the outside. And we've talked about it all day long that those, and Michael, you've said it numerous times, that it was going to become a game of less than inches as we got down to the end of the race, and the spotters were going to call it tighter. The drivers were going to ask for more out of their mirrors, and that's exactly what happens when we see a scenario like that.
Corey LaJoie is behind him this time, as noted. Stewart Friesen. Haven't talked a whole lot about him.
Very
nose to nose.
Restart. No help for either one of the leaders on the front row on that restart.
Very orderly start as Matt Crafton is his first to try to peek out 3 wide. I think that 9 truck with the push from the 07 down the back can clear Stewart Friesen. Is that what's going to happen? Looks like Luke Stenhouse is going to have a big run in the 66.
Here comes Lane Riggs. See him just come into the picture, the 34 truck behind Matt Crafton in the 88.
Give Stewart Friesen the edge.
And what a move by Friesen to work the side draft down the back straightaway, get himself in position to clear. Now he is going to have to block runs from Grant Enfinger.
White flag is in the air. Stewart Friesen has had one of those seasons, just left shaking his head, questioning being here and operating this team. And now here he is with a shot to win at Michigan. It's been 5 years since the Craftsman Truck Series has raced here. Look at this lineup. Stewart Friesen, Grant Enfinger wants it. And then you have the youngster back there, Luke Stenhouse, started on pole in the 66. What a career day it has been for him. Ben Rhodes is there. Checkered flag is about to wave for Stewart Friesen. Didn't talk about him all day, and here he is. Hangs on and he wins it. Stewart Friesen.
Wow.
Guys, we talked about win, and you were in.
Get there. What a battle. These guys, oh, we got to spin.
Noah Gregson, John Hunter Nemechek. A moment ago, they were racing for position, second yellow of the afternoon.
Somebody split them going wide open through there.
I saw that.
My God.
Flash.
Yeah, kind of scared me. The 42, man, good speed in practice yesterday. That's tough to see them having trouble today.
15 laps in to stage 2, and the yellow flag is out for this. Down the back straightaway, you're watching NASCAR on Prime.
On the inside, lose them spots. Look at them back here. You don't want to be on that inside. That outside line's where you want to be. If you can't make the passes or clear to make the pass, oh, that's tight right there.
There he goes up the track, Custer, and he turns Bowman into the outside wall. They clip Brisco, the pole sitter.
Hard hit for the 48 of Bowman, head on into the outside wall.
Suarez also a part of this accident.
Yeah, 4 wide, and all of them kind of squeezing together like a funnel. Contact was imminent. Going to slow the field down and stop them to red flag it and allow the...
Here's a replay.
So the 4 cars in front of him, 4 wide, Ty Dillon, he goes through. But the 2 makes contact with the 41 Cole Custer. It spins Cole around, the 48 head on into the wall, just a chain reaction there. Looked like the 35 wasn't quite aware that there were 4 wide. Herbst coming down the track slightly. Squeezed all these guys. You hate to wreck at the back of the field like that too, just.
Brisco get it right there at the end. Just an absolute gigantic hit on the 48, but remember, Brisco had that slow pit stop. We saw it live.
Yeah,
that's what had him back there. Look at this shot. Unbelievable. The amount of force, 3,500 pounds at 180 miles an hour. And then right through there, you're going to see Brisco get turned a little bit and slide down to the left.
You talked about the 60 of Ryan Preece, and Gilliland has it get away from him. Wow.
24 shut the air off. Oh, we got a yellow. We got a car spun on the exit of 4. Yep. John Hunter, he was already in a wreck earlier with some damage.
Got a flat left rear tire. Looks like there's some damage to it. He's backed this car into the fence.
After.
And it just gets loose. He's had a handful trying to keep this car going in the right direction all day. That's frustrating. They'd had a really good stretch of races and some really good speed. Showed speed yesterday in practice. Just a couple of unfortunate things today. Losing the back of the car off turn 2, and now this wreck here in 3 and 4.
This reminds me a little.
Tires are big enough difference, right? Both cars have great clean air. If the tires matter, the 20 should be able to easily.
The 12 spinning on the pit road here.
Oh, Ryan Blaney. No caution yet. There it is.
And that was not an attempt to get to pit road by himself. Looks like just loses control of the car up into the wall. It's odd to see cars in the fence by themselves. We've seen it a couple times today. The 42 of John Hernandez and the 12 now of Blaney getting into the wall all by themselves. Just these cars are not all that comfortable late into the run.
Fifth caution of the afternoon for last week's winner, Ryan Blaney. Marty?
Yeah, Blaney telling Jonathan Hassler he feels like a right side tire was going down before that. So we're going to double check. Perfect run for this 18 who finally got on the right side of the cut line last week. We'll see if they can stay there. And how about the Michigan-born driver Eric Jones, now in the 10th position? He told me earlier this week the caution comes out.
Caution number 7, Todd Gilliland has made hard contact.
Yeah, heavy damage. That is off the exit.
I hit the left rear really hard. I think it blew a left rear tire. I'm going to try and drive here.
Oh, blew a left rear tire. I was wondering if this would show up. Air pressure out of the rear is speed.
You got 54 laps to go. How aggressive do you get to try to give your car the speed without failing that left rear tire?
Well, there's so many different things as Todd loses control again, right? We're getting later in the regular season, so now do you have to have a win versus points? Marty talked a minute ago, cloud car. On trying to get more aggressive, top of your screen. Oh, I think this is going to be a big spin.
Yeah, that's a left rear tire coming out from under the car there for that car to come around so quickly.
He had a decent day going, was 17th when it got away from him.
Yeah, so remember what we were just talking about, tenths of a pound makes a difference. And nurse this thing around for one more.
One left to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Denny Hamlin, 2 career victories at Michigan, but it's been a long time for the 44-year-old. Nice advantage over Buescher, but can he hang on and maintain the fuel mileage?
He's nursing it. 3/4 throttle, half throttle, just enough to keep forward momentum.
Plenty of anxiety in the 11 camp. Here comes Denny Hamlin. 3rd win of the year, going to come at Michigan. Number 11 delivers.
For Harrison, just looking back at our. Oh, Christian, no! That was weird. That was awkward. So I've sensed there's something potentially wrong in the braking system.
That was turn 4, where we've seen countless problems already today through practice.
Well, if you look, he started the lap, and it just gets a weird wiggle right there, and then it
goes back the other way.
Darts around. Now that's the wheel hopping. So there's the wheel hop. It's just the wiggle and the movement of that car. It looked almost awkward in how it was applying the brakes, maybe to one side more than the other. The wheel hop situation, it's sort of the rear starts bouncing up and down.
Oh, Suarez, he's going to get the wall. Oh, boy. That was a big crash right at the entry to the stadium section, buried firewall deep in the tires.
Is there potentially something on the track down there? We've seen now a couple cars basically completely missed the corner down in turn 11.
And Suarez does not have a time.
I mean,
just never got slowed down.
Never slowed down. Yeah, that was odd as well. You know, it wasn't we were on board with him, and it seemed like a fast approach. You can see the right front is locked up. But it just never stopped. It's almost like there's something on the racetrack.
Didn't wheel hop really that bad either.
No.
That is bizarre. And a lot of damage to the nose of that backup, or the nose later on this afternoon. Here's another look at what happened to Suarez.
He said he just locked the fronts. Obviously, this is why we're under the red flag. Those Tech Pro barriers doing their job. All that water coming out of all the rain we've had down here in the last couple days. But I'd still going back to the couple cars we saw go through there have issues. The way that looked, just an immense amount of speed for the corner. And it didn't really seem like he locked it till it was correct way, but in the grass there, obvious contact from the 19 car.
I mean, it feels like his penalty is the fact that he went off track.
A lot of patience through here, Parker. A lot of part throttle, trying not to wheel hop, trying not to lock the right front up, on throttle by these apex tire barriers. Then out in this.
Oh, Sam Mayer off track. Caution is out. That's turn 11.
You see Jason Sanchez, his crew chief there, hard on the brake, starts wheel hopping. Oh man, lucky to not take anybody else out with him.
And that's going to be a hard impact there to those Tech Pro barriers. Yeah, you can see the speed difference here.
Heads up driving by Jesse Love.
Yeah. The one covered there, and then was able to cover into 2 and 3 as Connor tried to look for an opening. Once again, keeps it clean.
And sometimes it's those racing instances, Parker. Oh, as Christopher Bell goes around.
He hangs on to it.
He has a gap. Should be able to get going here in about 7th place.
Hold you guys, got a gap there. There you go.
Someone gets it connected on a long run. Not today. Those two at the front have stayed together. Here's Bell.
Looks like his right rear, guys, was on that sausage curve just a little bit further left. He's following 2 cars. We'll listen here to see if we hear the Goodyear Eagles in the back of the car. Slide, hop, squeal, what happens?
No hop.
And one little nuance as we see the 7 car go by.
You just heard it there. Jim Coleman said it was the left rear axle that broke, so they're going to take it behind the wall and try and fix it to salvage what they can. But, now we got a problem with Sammy Smith around.
I mean, Junior Motorsports teammates having it come apart at the seams. All Allgaier to the garage. The 8 goes around. These two have danced together before.
That's an opportunistic move there by Jesse Love. You know, you're there sort of, but that's kind of his corner at that point.
I'm not going to get you to spell undulation, but I'd like you to define opportunistic move.
No, it means he was optimistic. That's what it means.
So no major.
And from practice, as we see Chris Wright go around.
That's off a 3.
Waits for everybody to clear, and then he'll drive away. No major.
Pushing the 19 through the restart zone.
He's been tucked up behind him this whole way. Now he pops out into the braking zone. They're 3 wide for the lead. Oh, this is going to be tight.
I mean, track position is so big, and there goes the 88. Meanwhile, the 9 and 19, Suarez battling for the lead with Ty Gibbs, and Suarez takes the top spot. The 8 is off track. So is the 41 of Sam Mayer. The 8 is Sammy Smith, and look at all the damage for Zilich and Mayer, and debris is everywhere.
There's carnage everywhere. The 41 and the 88 got stuck together, basically. You've got the 19 in the wall here damaged.
A little bit of wheel hop out of the 19 early. You see the 88 jump the curb, then get into the 18, falls right in the lap of William Sawalich.
Keep an eye on the 1 and the 19. They hit each other. That's what forces them into the outside wall. And then the field runs in the back of this. That's Parker Retzloff in the back of the 19.
Really late, and they're getting it. Suarez coming up on the lap car of Anthony Alfredo. In the lead now, just over a second, and there goes the 2, and we have a caution. Jesse Love going to produce our 5th yellow of the day.
Such a tough spot to get spun around. Ton of contact on the right front of the car. 26 car is on the right of our screen. We're not sure.
Was the 8 around anywhere?
Not.
No, he was behind him. Okay.
Look at you. Come on.
No, I'm saying for between those 2 today.
Here comes Daniel Suarez.
Here, and Taylor Gray is not giving up. You can see him trying to make up time on the brakes. That car has been loose, but he's giving it everything he's got.
Taylor Gray trying to drive it in there. He slides wide. The 33-year-old from Monterey is going to do it. Happy homecoming, Daniel Suarez. The Van Gizburgen. He's second right now, 2 seconds behind race leader Ty Gibbs. And there goes Kyle Busch. He gets the 7. Justin Haley, Kyle Larson goes around Zane Smith, and the 19 is Chase Brisco.
Here comes the 2. Big damage for the 5 of Kyle Busch. Saw the toe link on the right front, killed. The 8, the rear toe link on it, destroyed. Look at the back of the 7 car as he pulls away, destroyed.
And it is just not going, and he loses rear grip. The car behind him the same way. And then it's just pinballs down here in the corner. The 38 of Zane Smith was kind of chasing the 8 in. They both lost rear grip, and then Cindric, he comes in on those slicks. No chance to slow down.
Yeah, it was like those guys, you know, they're out there in that traditional line trying to brake and slow the car down in that traditional line, and as it gets wet, you got to sort of offset a little bit and use a different part of the racetrack really to find that grip. Is right on board with AJ Allmendinger. Watch this. Oh! And he never saw that coming. Riding on board with Zane Smith next here. Not getting this thing stopped, Zane.
It's like he was using Kyle Busch as a reference, and Kyle was in way too deep.
We had a lot of cars, even in the dry practice, locking up rear brakes, having big trouble in the braking zones.
How about Todd Gilliland? He was in position to be collected. Somehow maneuvers through in the 34, and I don't think he got any of it. 2 early cautions in Mexico City. Ty Gibbs, your race leader.
We've got this graining on the edge, but also signs of starting to blister here. As that's not a groove. That's not supposed to be there. So these rain tires have really worn out. Caution, guys.
Caution number 4. This for Ryan Truex in the 11.
One more than 77.
Oh, he's just hanging out right here. Got out there a little bit wide.
Hold it, brake, 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 brake.
They're telling him one more of the 77. There's the car they're waiting on.
You're right. I heard 77, but that was his hole to rejoin the racetrack.
Yeah. You know, in the stadium. Just a lot of cars getting nose to tail there. Just not enough room. Everybody gets kind of run over there in that corner. Here's the restart. The 88 missing the corner, sliding the right front tire. Christopher Bell puts himself in position through the next series of corners to be able to take the lead away.
And you saw right there was contact with the 77 that got him loose, or the 71.
2 left.
Look at this. My gosh.
So much going on. It's chaos, and this is just going to get worse if we get more restart. Look at everybody's running into everybody here.
2 left. What's the 19?
And there's really, I mean, you can't even get mad at it. You kind of got to know it's coming. Here's that 88 car locking up.
Middle of 3.
71 saying, all right, we're going this way.
2. 35 knocked us off again.
And he's careful to go back to throttle. He knows he can't take the lead there. He knows he has to give that back.
And you see the shot right there in the rear bumper, which is why McDowell ended up over there.
Yep.
It wasn't my choice.
Smart of him, though, to give it back because he doesn't want NASCAR to make him stop in the Joker lane. That's a big penalty to have to serve with the field so bunched up.
These 2 racing for 3rd, really getting after it.
Oh,
McDowell and Bowman as Stenhouse goes for a ride.
Come on, buddy, come on.
Get her fired.
7.
Oh, this Keselowski.
He got up over the curb and just hooked the 47.
This car's got some damage through that.
I thought he was going to rebound and position to maintain track position.
Going to see a little issue for the 77 of Hocevar. He's going to miss turn 4, get off into the grass here, spin out. He'll get it righted and going again. And then the 11 right there as well, backing it into the wall. And in his frustration, struggled to get the car righted, spun it out again, but a little contact with Chastain. this is the time of the race where these little things start to happen.
I was just going to say that. We've reached that stage of the race.
The drivers stop giving, and they start taking. It's all take. That little situation right there, Chastain would have let him go. They would have not wrecked in that first stage. That's over with in this third stage. Yeah, the 77 looks like he gets turned around on the nose of the Ford Gregson, possibly. And then the car stalls. He sat there for multiple seconds trying to get that car refired. NASCAR had no choice. That's a blind corner into turn one.
Look at this mess.
Some brake lockup from someone in the middle. A lot of bumper tag. And the 11 trying to spin himself out. They're not going to let him.
No, you got to keep going.
3 right.
I wondered who was going to be the first time to get the tires. It looked like it was the 19.
He just punted him.
2 right. 2 left. 2 right.
This is the Elliott. Yeah, this will be fun riding on board here to see.
Is Denny Hamlin at home like jealous or smiling with all these replays right here?
I told Chris Gale earlier today as crew chief, we've already done the research about drivers that win a race, sit out, and win the next week. He'll be favored at Pocono as we ride with McDowell here, pushing that 11 around.
Everybody stay there, checking up back there in 2. Going
It's just
sideways,
bumper cars. They're just
track.
driving through each other in the middle of the pack there. 38 has a left front tire issue. Must have had a lockup down into turn one that ended up blowing that left front tire. So he's going to try to work his way back to the pits.
Yeah. Look who it is.
Those two again.
It's Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
So this is a 24 Byron. Oh, Byron just turns him around.
Herbst was 13th.
Yeah, that was a good run for Herbst. Good qualifying run, good race today. And then, boy, that was a scary one for Ricky. He had 2 scary moments, this one and then the 77.
That's the last new winner we're going to see in the regular season. So you're definitely going to have to try to continue to score some points or think a win. Let's see what happens with the 77 of Hocevar. Oh boy, just deep into the corner.
And look who he runs into.
Please tell me it's not
the 47. These guys are going to definitely brawl.
I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
Ricky Stenhouse, I think, didn't like what happened in Nashville, but he definitely isn't going to like what's happening here. That is not going to work between the two.
That's going to definitely have some implications post-race.
Stenhouse,
implications. I like how you say that.
Stenhouse went up to Philadelphia this week to do some promotional work for the race at Dover that's coming up next month. And he was over near the statue, the Rocky statue. And it made me think about what we just saw and maybe a payoff down the road. Chastain forced out there.
Yeah, NASCAR will typically look at that and not penalize the driver that gets tagged and sort of has no option but to go that route. As long as he doesn't make a huge gain, which he doesn't.
You've got to be prepared for the unknown. Officiating, you'll see the white flag this time. 1 lap to go for Shane Van Gisbergen, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
White flag right here, 1 more. No risk, take it.
Got to be a great feeling. This is why you put a guy like this behind the wheel full time at the Cup level, because you know he can deliver on the road, put himself in playoff position.
This will be the easiest, most ginger lap he'll run around this racetrack. Not put the car in really any kind of a situation that's going to be difficult. Have a little bit of traffic in front, but he doesn't really need to push for that.
First points paying race for the Cup Series outside the U.S. since 1958. And an international driver in position to go get the checkered flag. SVG, 36 years old, from Auckland, New Zealand.
Had the lead late at Watkins Glen and was taken back by Chris Buescher. And I wondered if they had all caught up. Dale, you mentioned it a few times. They come to a brand new racetrack, and I think the 88 and SVG right here is kind of putting his exclamation point on You might have caught up at certain tracks, but a track like this, he's still, without a doubt, head and shoulders above the field on just pace.
Here he is into the stadium, portion of the course for the final time. Take it slow and easy with the lap traffic. Off of turn 15. NASCAR making history. Racing in Mexico City. And the first name on the trophy is Shane Van Gisbergen.
Hell yeah, buddy. You are such a badass.
I think you're 100% right there. He needs the stage point. He needs the stage points in general.
The 2, that would be Cody Dennison.
That's hard
Trouble on the
contact.
track, yes. Debris on the track. That'll bring out our first caution.
There it goes.
Oof.
Lost a right front tire, whether he hit debris or had a fender rub or what. Big contact for Cody.
Well, that puts a couple of these trucks in a really different spot than they probably thought they were going to be.
By Ty Majeski on Tanner.
Oh, they're wrecking.
Caution is out. Around goes Grant Enfinger.
Big wreck.
Tyler Ankrum up in smoke. That's a Nice truck. Looks like the 44 Connor Jones up against the wall.
Tyler Ankrum with a lot of
Winds up like you say, Mike. He just winds up with a bad angle right there. Gets clipped in the right rear quarter panel up the racetrack into Ankrum, and then around goes the 9 truck, and then several more pile in right here as they're trying to miss the spinning trucks of the 9 and the 18 there.
Wow, nice job by a couple of guys squeezing through there.
Ben Rhodes had some contact, but like you said, Michael, heads up.
Look at this angle. That's what it's all about right there. And he squeezes Ben Rhodes up a bit, and I think that starts this mess. Grant into Ben and Ben into Tyler in that 18 truck.
Yeah, and you see the 44 into the back of the 26 right there.
Looking at Gio squeezing through the bottom. Frankie Muniz nicely done.
There goes Tony Breidinger.
Well, there's our one caution in the last.
When you see both of those trucks in the second row get a great restart and attach to the bumper of the trucks in front of them. See those yeah, you see those trucks moving around as they're tandem.
Little contact. Jake Garcia gets him in the back of Honeycutt, slides up the racetrack. They keep him straight. There's contact back deeper, and around goes Jake Garcia. I thought he had it saved.
Oh man, this is the end of this run.
Oh, Michael, you just were giving him such credit how well he's running.
And I've also given you the information that it was going to be a wild restart.
Yes,
and that's
you did. So this is the incident. Jake Garcia around. His day is done.
Right there. He's going to peek under the 45 truck right there.
Just got squeezed a bit, and up the hill he went, and I thought he had it all gathered up, but then right here, Brandon Jones bounces into him, puts him right up in front of Majeski.
Yeah, and then Majeski had nowhere to go and spins him around, and I cannot believe all these guys missed that spinning 13 truck.
Going about 160 miles an hour or so. Look at this.
And you see the one into the side right there, and right up in front of Majeski.
A lot of heads-up driving right there by the pack. Like you said, he started on the inside of the third row, and there was a lot of trucks that had to miss him.
Well, this will be good. You can really get a good view. You see Honeycutt just squeeze him down up the racetrack right there. Door slam. Almost wipes the right rear quarter panel off of Chandler, but he actually hits the 77 right rear quarter panel right there.
Andres Perez did a nice job of keeping that thing straight, but a lot of damage to his truck as well. And this is
Look at him shine here in the Truck Series.
Coming out of turn 3.
There it is.
White flag is in the air. Final lap for Lane Riggs. Some lap trucks just up ahead. Keep doing what you're doing. You turn the fastest lap of the day. That's what that little clock is. He gets that extra point. Guys, we've had 2 straight winners, first-time winners of the season, the last 2 races. He's trying to make it 3 straight. They're just picking up these spots and locking him down in the playoffs. Lane Riggs told us, last year my race at Pocono was one I want to forget. It was a nightmare day. But today at Pocono, the 23-year-old from North Carolina wants to see that checkered flag. Makes his way there. Lane Riggs, this will be a day he will never forget. He picks up his first win of the season and locks himself into the playoff.
You can come here and be a half second off, and if you have that at Martinsville, you're getting laughed into. Oh, we got a spin right here.
Leland Honeyman in the 70.
Ooh, that's a good spin because he didn't hit anything. Looks like he doesn't even have a flat tire. Really fortunate right there to spin out of the track this fast.
Ryan Sieg was out there as well. The yellow has been displayed, so he'll get another shot at it.
In turns 1 and 2, we'll call it. You see, it just looks like that thing steps out from underneath him. It wasn't even like he was crossing a seam or we saw it hit bumps. It was just a big commitment by him, hoping that he could, make that around the corner. But wow, look how fortunate right here to spin going that fast and not back it in the wall or worse yet, if you continue down the inside, you see a lot of guys get to the inside wall, staying in the throttle right there, spinning the tires. Once he felt it stop going up, get on the brakes, hope that engine doesn't go backwards. You see he's going to stay on the brakes right there because you don't want the engine to go backwards. It's really hard on them.
Yeah, to just kind of step out on him. I've seen a lot of guys go through turn 1 and kind of wash up like that. That is sort of the natural.
Because you have to be committed, right? You're on the edge. That's going to be tight right there. Yeah.
Really tight. Just ask Sam Mayer how tight it is. Oh, there he goes. On board with Daniel Dye, rookie from Florida. Doesn't hit anything. Everyone gets through. Caution is out 4 laps in.
Yeah, he did a good job of number 1.
And now what happened with Daniel Dye?
He got really lucky that the splitter didn't grab into the grass right there. I don't think there's any damage there.
Into the wall.
Oh, not just him. Watch this whole
I think the
sequence right here.
Follow the leader.
Wait till the 31 comes along. He gets a ton of the wall. 51 gets close.
Oh, bam. Yeah. Blaine Perkins.
45 hit it.
Mason Massey.
It'd be interesting to see clear chase on the inside. Those were 2 of the best cars that we saw.
Gets up to 3rd in the 54, coming off a career best, matched his career best last week when he finished 2nd. And there's his teammate, Brandon Jones, around, producing our 4th caution of the day. Multiple vehicles have damage. The Wheeling caution lights are on at Pocono.
See Zilich, Daniel Dye in it again.
Connor Zilich, he probably reminded him, opportunity to pounce. 88 going for more.
Oh!
Looking outside of Gray, they crashed behind him. Maybe, no, everybody hanging on, but there was contact. Creed's got an issue.
Big tire out for the Devils here. You saw him get loose off of turn 1 and really bounce off the fence into the 25. They're both lucky they were able to go straight, but
Yeah, 2025. That's Mason Massey behind him in the 45.
A little help this time.
It doesn't help rear traction when that happens.
Brandon Jones, Josh Balicki sneak by. We'll reset everything when we come back. Caution came out at a time that's challenging for some. We'll see how things pan out from here. Up in front of Allgaier.
That's not
Dean,
good.
Dean Thompson. Well, used it all. I mean, that point again. They had won 13 of 15 races, 25 of 30 stages, and led over 2,100 laps. And here's another caution. Ryan Ellis. 8th yellow of the afternoon.
Yeah, let's see all that.
With Zilich down low in the 88.
Oh, he got through there really good. Is it going to stick, though? He's going to be side by side, maybe?
Allgaier pushing through in the outside lane. And there goes Sanchez.
Wow.
Showed a Creed with a big hit.
Twice today with a big hit.
Caution lights getting a workout. 9th yellow of the afternoon. Comes on a restart. Inside of 20 to go.
I thought Zilich did a really good job. I thought he was going to be more side by side with Chase, but once the 7 got to his right rear quarter, man, Nick chased it as much as he could.
The race through me says take the front row, but I know this.
In here, you see very similar to what we saw earlier in turn 3. Loose from the as soon as he turned off the into the corner was free.
They were 4 wide coming off.
Right, so I mean, as soon as he asked a little bit, you know, they're only 7/10 separating them, so I'll be curious to see up towards the front, like, caution.
Number 10 today. Get to do it all over again.
The tunnel.
Wow, that was a long slide he had.
I mean, it started to go, and I'm like, he's going to save it, and then just couldn't quite.
And I don't even,
as a road racer, but it was just a matter of time before he got it done on an oval. Had never seen Pocono before this morning, but he flexes his muscles and shows his talent today. Second win of the year for Connor Zilich comes at Pocono.
Need to go a little bit deeper into that corner.
Turn 3 is the most important corner, Marty, and because it leads onto that long straightaway, if you're really good, we got a car spinning out here. The 51 of Ware is backwards. Caution on this racetrack as he tries to get it refired. Oh, some contact with the left rear. Going to hit you a little bit more than usual here. That's where Chase Elliott was strongest in qualifying, was into turn 3 as we watch Ware get up out of the groove a little loose there.
Man, you don't have to say a little more than usual. You can sell it out there. You're going to be on the pit box for Connor Zilich. Adam, he was downplaying it.
Yeah, his man qualified 9th. He'll be a player later today. Mile. Bob Redding, a mile under 4 minutes. Foul grip.
Yeah, these guys aren't even that close to Hamlin's time.
It's still a good lap for the 24 bunch.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, right? 2/10 off. You could be in the top 5 if he just has a good tunnel right here.
Yeah, you look at the tractor and you're like, oh, he's off.
Oh, there goes Byron. He's going to slide down and make contact here. My goodness. Huge setback for this team. Had great speed in practice, great averages on the 5 and 10 lap.
Yeah, led every category.
Yep. We're looking like they were on their way to an awesome weekend, and now massive issues. Big repairs needed, if not a backup car. Steve, he's going to try to get out of the way here. The 9, I suppose they'll let the 9 right here in the tunnel. The car just steps out through the bumps. Bam, 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 and the car's coming around. He's out of the gas. He doesn't want to totally get out of the gas. He's like, I'm almost to the finish line. He tries to stay in the throttle, drive the car in a 4-wheel slide off of the tunnel. Just insane. The car is wrecking right here, but he is still trying to get this car to the finish line. And that right there, not sort of locking it down and hoping to try to just get the car stopped, you know, that's kind of what sends him off into the inside wall there. Gets heavy nose damage as he makes contact with the left front. I think it's just too much damage. Be surprised if they don't pull the backup car out, but
yeah, I agree. I think that last hit right there was enough. There's no reason to fix it. I think you could, the backup car is going to be a way better.
Because they came down and changed right sides, they were able to avoid disaster.
23, and Bubba Wallace has an issue, a right side tire. Is this a theme for today?
I don't know. That's a good question. This one had some contact, which is first, right? Yeah. Tire or wall, we don't know. Window net already down. You can tell he's had, like, his frustration is peaked on this 23 car. Just mad, unplugged, literally. Radio unplugged already. Look at this.
It took some time, but we do get
down this straightaway.
Oh, flat.
Yeah.
Tire's flat.
Another right front tire. Similar to Herbst.
I was going to say team car.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Hold it up there.
So
Hold it up there.
The
front.
emotion in his voice, as he could tell that right front tire is blowing, and he has there's no control. The car is going to go straight. Whichever is in front of you is what you're going to hit. And you can hear the emotion in his voice. He knows this is going to be painful. That's what you face when you come to Pocono.
that is such a...
It's not the first time those two have danced together at Pocono.
Oh, issues with the one car. Right there, he loses a ton of momentum. Big crash behind.
Christopher Bell involved, Shane Van Gizburgen,
Kyle
Ty
Busch.
Dillon, Kyle Busch. Caution number 5, and it comes out with just over 10 laps remaining, stage 2.
It's been a tough several months for this 20 car. They came out of the gate starting the season off looking like championship favorites. They've lost a little bit of that motor. He just gets loose right there, and everybody trying to avoid a little contact with the right rear on the number 8. Riding on board with Christopher Bell through this corner. Kyle's going to be right in front of this. Car come around. Christopher Bell locks it down, trying not to hit this inside wall.
You all right back there?
Going to do a good job there. So what happens is this race gets closer and closer to the finish line. Everybody stops giving as much. They start taking more. Kyle Busch knows he wants to take that position. He's going to force that pass. He probably doesn't do that early in the race.
Kyle involved in a crash early last week and a spin today as well.
The benefit of a cool shirt, Kim. It hasn't worked all day long.
John Hunter Nemechek, bottom of your screen, coming off that great finish with Mexico City, right side only. Looks like we have a caution, though.
In the midst of these stops, we get a caution. 7th of the day. Brad Keselowski scored as...
Just gets loose right there. Out of turn 1, I believe.
Yep, Shane Van Gisbergen, last week's winner, locked into the playoffs, getting the victory at Mexico City, but it gets away from him here. Caution with 35 to go.
So I think, yeah, the question, I guess, is where does Blaney cycle out in all of this? He was on.
Lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Sounding good so far.
Let me give a little.
Up to full salt.
Through turn 1 and onto the straightaway, leading to the tunnel turn.
Still not stumbling. Good early shift. Keep the RPMs low. Just a little bit early there.
Across the tunnel turn, the short chute over to turn 3.
Motor still sounding good to me. Off into turn 3. He just needs one more good throttle off of turn 3 here and should be good to go.
What a day for the 19. Good to the last drop. Chase Brisco saves and wins in Pocono.
A moment.
And there goes
we got
one.
action.
First caution of the night comes out early. 31 is Blaine Perkins, and the aforementioned William Sawalich in the 18 got a piece of that as well, and others, it looked like, got some damage checking up and trying to avoid it.
I can't wait to hear some radio from these drivers because we've seen multiple cars.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Parker
Retzlaff.
Happens each week. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
I think the 16 may have had a moment here and got into the 31.
It's Eckes in the 16.
Yeah, you
got some damage.
Self-cleared himself a little bit there, it looked like to me.
You got to have a little bit more gap right now. It's only 3 laps into the race. I mean, that's just too early to be cutting gaps like that way too close. So Eckes will probably want to think back on that one. Maybe the 31 got out of the gas and the 16 was feeling comfortable that he could be wide open on entry there to turn 3, but the rest of the calamity that it causes behind him is certainly not good for the other guys.
You see Leland Honeyman Jr. drive through there, had a top 10 earlier this year, and he's able to sneak through in the 70.
Yeah, some good moves by some guys in the back to be able to squeak through. 71 got down there low, 44. But tough break for many of these guys here. They weren't expecting that early.
Turn 1. Well, see, I'm going to guess that they're going to stay side by side more with the limited amount of laps that we have left. Maybe not fighting. Oh, that's aggressive.
There goes Love.
Wow.
Turn to the inside. Sieg is in it. So many drivers involved. Big crash.
Big
as we go back green.
Catherine Lake had a huge, huge impact to the inside wall.
It looked like Creed made it through that initial deal, so he must have got caught up after the fact.
Yeah, he's on that outside lane where everything's just sort of accordioning together and just backing up, and he might not have been able to get checked up in time and obviously hit. Oh, yeah, he's clear.
There he
He's
is,
clean.
right there.
He's clean right now.
Look at.
Where's it come from?
Sammy
right
Smith.
there.
Oh.
You aren't used to being in this situation, and you don't want to take it too far, right? Was running up there inside the top 10.
Yeah, and we saw DiBenedetto kind of pulling down on a few people, but you see just a little contact right there. They're both trying to side draft each other and just made contact there on the front stretch, and Sanchez came out on the wrong end of that. I think he got a little lucky right there, Kyle, with that splitter. Like, I see it dug in a little bit, but it doesn't look like it did.
It could have been way worse,
Could
right?
have been way worse.
Could have
I'd
been
be
way
more
worse.
concerned with what he drug driving back to the pits. Yeah, that's pretty minimal. Really aggressive.
Jesse Love continues to move, but there goes Harrison Burton.
Keep it out of the wall if you can here. Watch that inside wall. There you go.
That is a remarkable
Yeah.
save to keep it off the wall.
He says he got tight. I'll believe him, but I know he was just wanting that hole.
Yeah, and you can tell that right before he got there, he's like, I'm not going to make it, and I'm trying to get away. But it already had started, like, you know, the effect of Harrison checking up, and Honeyman has got a fast car behind him, pushing him down into turn one. But Jesse Love's going to try to get to the outside again.
And there we got a spinner. And we'll see if this produces a caution.
Keep it rolling.
And it does. It's Jeremy Clements. Thought it was Jeremy. Hey, I want to shout out our crew, too, because it's a long day for the men and women behind the scenes.
Position for him to be in right now.
Talking about fuel and all those guys going to full save mode here under caution, no doubt. And there's the 91.
It almost looked like he was coming to the pits and spun out. What do you think?
I think he just wanted to try it Mike's way.
Back in a good position.
Nick Sanchez trying to hang on. Rookie driving for Big Machine. Back to the front straightaway. It's the 48, Nick Sanchez, who hangs on for his first career victory.
Off track once again.
Why'd you have to bring Cory Heim into this, Michael?
Well, it's happened repeatedly this year. Late race drama. I don't think Mills is going to get going.
I don't either. He's stuck there. You see the rear end trying to get some traction.
He's on the lead lap until this.
So now what?
See if we can see what happens. Oh, wow, straight off the road. I think that's a brake issue, Trevor?
Brake or the lack of braking at the right time. I'm not sure, Michael, if you...
Down into Big Bend, turn one.
Give the advantage to Lane.
They lock him up all over the place.
He locked it up, and around goes
Jordan
the 7.
Taylor in the grass.
Raja
It looks like Raja. Chaos. That's the most we've seen on a restart today. But look, Cory Heim runs away.
He's second. What a crazy restart.
Check this out here. You see the 34 of Lane Riggs gets in deep, and everyone kind of follows him down in there as he locks up as they check up. Just everybody getting into everybody there.
Raja all the way toward the fence. You see what Frankie Muniz seen here.
Probably a lot of dirt and dust flying, if I can imagine.
Like the spotters saying, back her down. We got a mess up here.
Ooh. Is that Jack Wood sitting in the middle of the racetrack?
Nice job by Frankie.
Trucks all over. Middle of the racetrack, on the left, on the right. And we stayed green.
Lane Riggs all the way back to 13th position. After
Once you take the white flag, the next flag will end the race, whether that's a caution or the checkered flag. Final lap for Cory Heim.
I'd like to say, you know, maybe his backs are down just a little bit on this last lap, final lap, but the last lap he was 2/10 faster than the field. So no backing it down at this point for that 11 truck, just executing perfectly.
Cory Heim, the 22-year-old from Marietta, Georgia. Doing unbelievable things, rewriting the record books and laps led, stage wins, domination. We talk about him all the time. He is going to be a Sunday racer next weekend. He will be.
And I believe already, Jamie, he is a Sunday guy that's racing on Fridays and Saturdays.
Absolutely, he is. And there it is, down the Sam Posey straight. Checkered flag is in the air for the 16th time in his career. He does it. Cory Heim wins the first race at Lime Rock Park.
See his dad there on the box at the racetrack.
Draft evens up down the back straightaway. Here comes his help, the 22 of Pocono to the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, the 20's going around. The 20's getting 5's wrecking as well. Crash. The 3. Oh, the 12 of Blaney up into the wall.
Austin Dillon.
Throw your brackets away. Throw all your brackets away. They've all been busted. It all started with the 20 of Bell. He kind of rolled in the corner and went for one of those low, lazy slides, and by himself at normal.
Who all had contact? Keep an eye on that 20 car right there. And that outside lane gets loose into 3. Trying to save it. The 5 also gets turned sideways right here. Bubba Wallace into the left front of the 20. Blaney across the track into the wall head on.
The 20 enters, and when he looks high, I think it just gets air on the car, and it just switches from tight to loose.
Yeah, so the 3, 12, and the 20. I'll be interested to see if there's real damage to the 5. The nose on the 23 of Bubba Wallace had some damage.
I think the 5's going to be okay.
Yeah, the 16 kind of gets banged around right there as well.
Incredible save by the 5.
Damage to the nose of the 87 of Connor Zilich. That's pretty severe.
Riding with Bell here.
This is riding on board of Bubba Wallace right here. Tries to slow down. Oh, that damage is going to hurt his chances to have a good result today. Tyler Reddick, 45. He's downshifting.
This is the DC Studio Superman onboard camera in theaters July 11th. Get your tickets now.
Denny Hamlin on board.
The King's Hawaiian onboard camera. Denny didn't have much track position. Almost comes to a stop to make sure he doesn't get in the middle of this.
That's the one thing I do love about the next-gen car in these type of situations when we have pack racing. The braking performance of this car allows a lot of these drivers in the back of the field to avoid being caught up in these wrecks. In the older cars, you wouldn't be able to slow down. You'd lock tires up, slide into these crashes pretty regularly, and this usually would take out half the field. But now with the braking performance we have, it gives these guys a chance.
Look at the 9 right there to the left of Bubba Wallace on that replay, just sneaking through.
Kyle Busch.
Yeah, a lot of drivers did some good work. But that damage right there to the 23 is going to be tough. Can the outside organize for a big run down the back straightaway? Chase about to Carlink ahead as they're closing in on the 9. He's going to go up, block the top of the racetrack. Big crash.
Denny Hamlin involved.
Big
like
crash.
Noah Gregson, Austin Cindric. This is what we talk about. Compromise track position, and you get right in the middle of it. Look at some of the big name drivers involved.
I kind of have to see how this one started. Now they're in the fence on the outside line there. Just a lot of stack up and a lot of bumper-to-bumper contact. I'd like to see that again. So if you watch the outside line, as they all kind of catch the 9 car, Chase Elliott. There's a lot of contact right there. As Christopher Buescher lifts off the gas, the 7, all those cars behind him, they all just make, they just run in the back of each other. Big accordion effect. They caught the 9 so quickly down the back straightaway. And
so I was looking to the inside, but you absolutely were dead on. It was the outside lane where the wreck kind of started. Right, the 88 kind of catches your attention with the block at the bottom, but the wreck is on the outside of the racetrack. So let's look at that high shot again. Look in the middle, like the 34, the 11, those 2 cars on the outside, that bright orange 11.
They're going to catch the 9. The 17's going to run up on the back bump of the 9. He recognizes that. He lifts. No one else does. Everybody runs into the back of him, and it turns the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek into the wall, and then everything behind him just gets destroyed.
That's right. The 42 checks up. The 11 catches him. They both spit into the outside wall, and when they come back, it is a windshield wiper across the front of the field.
Nemechek did a good job to hang on to it here. I mean, bounces off the wall, and I thought for sure he would go around. 3rd car outside lane, but he's able to hang on to it. Reddick does the same, and then the crash is on behind him.
That was such a great shot as they were just coming at you. You see him kind of just dart out of line.
Kyle Busch just getting caught in the right rear quarter panel late. And this is another scenario where some of these cars, even though they're involved in the crash, may get fortunate enough to get away from this without a lot of toe link damage, things like that.
So just a quick reminder, you have 8 minutes if you're going to try to repair your car on pit road. But the big change this year isn't that. The big change is you can go to the garage area. You're not out of the race. There's only a list of parts you're allowed to change, but the list is pretty extensive. I believe a lot of these cars are going to go back, make repairs, and come back out in case we see some more accidents.
And, we got this in-season challenge going on. There's a whole lot to race for tonight.
Joe Logano got a lot of damage in this rig. That's how it all went down.
Team Penske sweeps the front 2 rows. They dominate stage 1. They get the win. But Ryan Blaney eliminated in that crash late in stage 1. And the other 3 caught up right here. You're riding with Daniel Suarez. Suarez with high hopes after winning here last spring. Now we ride with Bubba Wallace.
Slow down.
What a job.
We're not done yet.
Yeah, right.
He did a good job there.
There you go. This is right at the front. Kind of the cause, 1142.
It looks like Denny lets his hand bounce around in that headrest. So many hard shots. But it looks like he turns the 42, but there's contact in front of the 42 as well. The 7, the 42, all those cars.
I'm trying to figure out why the 42, I mean, it wasn't on purpose, right? Like, why the 42's nose darts right? Is it off the rear bumper of the 7?
The 11's offset when he runs into the back.
Okay.
Kind of hits him a little bit to the left side.
Oh, boy. That ride right there can hurt as much as the wreck.
You ain't lying.
Starts on the pole, leads 51 laps, nothing to show for it for Joey Logano.
This is Austin Cindric we're riding with here. Oh, man.
Seas parted and closed instantly.
This is Hocevar right here. He went through this backwards at one point. He's putting his hand up there between his helmet and the headrest to sort of see that bouncing.
Under caution for the 4th time tonight at Echo Park Speedway. NASCAR on TNT, bringing you coverage of the Quaker State 400, available at Walmart. 32 cars have picked up some damage tonight. The most recent, 35, Riley Herbst.
Yeah, he's just right there on the outside of the 9 of Chase Elliott. Loses the back of the car, overcorrects into the wall, and a little contact right here with the 34. Yep.
Hate that for Gillen. He was doing such a nice job. He kind of went up there to avoid it. We'll see how much damage it is. If it's slight damage, then he'll fit right in with the rest of the field because, as you mentioned, they've all about hit something.
Yeah, the 35 has a right rear toe link damage. But also could not get the car back to the pit, so he'll get towed to the garage.
2 drivers very happy this caution came out. Gibbs and Busch are last on pit road at lap 46. We're closing in on green flag pit stops, and really they were going to have to come 30 laps before the rest of the field. So we talk about gamblers paying off.
The other guy that's real happy about this caution, 77 Carson Hocevar. He almost drove by the leaders to get back on the tail end of the lead lap. Didn't accomplish that, but he is the first car 1 lap down, gets the free pass here under caution, 4th time tonight.
Right on board with Brad Keselowski. The audio's a little off on that. Don't want y'all thinking Brad was still in the throttle when that car was spinning out in front of him.
So now that the 35 couldn't get back to the stall, he'll have to get towed all the way to the, basically to the garage, do some repair.
Now he's about to clear this 9 of Chase Elliott. Can he get up in front? He does. Good speed out of this 6-car big crash on the front straightaway.
Shane Van Gisbergen going for a ride. Caution is out. Number 6 tonight.
Really lucky that wasn't worse.
Inside the top 10 when it got away from him.
Let's see what happens here. Yeah, caught the wall a little bit.
54 was kind of 54 in the middle there.
Yeah, a little bit of everything going on right there. The contact with the, well, the 54 trying to go 3 wide. Just 3 cars trying to go into a spot where only 2 will fit.
Bubba Wallace front row seat.
And that just could have been a lot bigger than it was. I know Shane's got the damage.
Van Gisbergen won 2 weeks ago in Mexico City, locked himself into the playoffs. And you've got to believe he'll be a threat the next 2 weeks in Chicago. And in the top 30 in points, win his way to the playoffs. Shane Van Gisbergen did it. And now Brad Keselowski leading as we get our
right side, try to keep it rolling
7th caution of the night.
Yeah, Bubba Wallace just got back on the lead lap. He's running 12th.
Oh, where is he at? Oh,
he just lost it.
Yeah, top of the screen. Comes in sideways.
That's interesting. He had just gotten himself back on the lead lap, so maybe this is the first time since the accident that he's actually put the car in really, really competitive speed, really pushed the car. And just for some reason, it jumps out from underneath him.
I go right to that cut line. Bubba right now being shown 15 out.
And Dale and I talked about this. Every year, the cut line winners move the cut line up. And with Brad leading, it's even crazier because he's so far down in points, he's on no one's leaderboard. So when you populate him into 12th as a winner, that is just a big change.
And I should have put an asterisk on that because the 15 points obviously being majorly impacted by the fact that Keselowski is leading this race.
Well, that's what we talked about weeks ago.
It's 16 trying to make his way up through the field for Tyler Reddick.
Oh, we got a crash in turn 4. One car spun around backwards.
Caution number 8, Eric Jones.
It's like everybody, for the most part, was able to get out of that unscathed. Just saw Eric sideways, broadside in front of the field. There, he just gets a little bit loose right there in front of Connor Zilich. Everybody, for the most part, is going to get through okay. Great job by the field.
Pictures look unbelievable. Gives me an opportunity to salute our crew. behind the scenes doing an outstanding job with these long days here in Atlanta. Hot, humid, battling the elements, long days and nights, but everybody keeping us where we need to be and putting on an outstanding show for us here tonight.
I'll give you a little tip of the hat. I was sitting in my hotel room watching you last night on that very
side. Chase Elliott now going around taking the lead. The 66 of David Starr is spinning around on the front straightaway.
We're green right now.
Looks like he might be able to get this car to pit road.
Look at Brad Keselowski out of line. Drafting help from his teammate Chris Buescher.
We're going to take a look at this replay right here with David Starr down the front straightaway. And he's already lost the car off of turn 4. That's the last thing you want to do. You're way off the pace, 18 laps down. Now you've wrecked the car by the end of the night. Just a tough race. He came in here with not a lot of experience in the Cup car this year, and it's a tough situation with a small team.
That's right. There's just so many opportunities right there.
There's contact.
There
The 7's around.
Haley, big slide.
It looked like Tigers might have gotten in the left rear of the 7. There were 3 wide.
Right rear tires.
The 10 gets loose on the inside there and just has to correct up the racetrack into the 7.
I did an amazing job by the 7 not to overcorrect to the right. I mean, that car tank slapped and he turned right and they thought it was going to go into the outside wall. Watch this correction, right? He gets caught. It goes left right here, then right. Watch this move. Boom. I'm shocked that thing didn't spin back to the right. Really nice work by the drivers in the 7. All right, Crew Chief Dale, you're 1-0 in the Xfinity Series. You're Brad Keselowski, Chase Elliott. You got over 20 laps on your tires. You're going to pit with 30 to go with new tires?
I think so. I think you're going to bring a lot of people with you. At least the back half of this pack is coming, right, to the pit road. So we're looking at about 20 cars, maybe only about 15 or 16 really competitive cars. You're likely coming to pit road and maybe lining up 7th or 8th or 9th at worst.
I can't pit from the front row.
Yeah.
Your argument is absolute. And
coming to the white flag, the Hinder cars line up. Huge run coming.
Brad Keselowski leading, 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Caution comes out now. It's over. Here's Chase Elliott to the inside.
He's going to clear into the lead. Bowman dare not push that 6 car into the lead past the 9. Chase Elliott out front, side by side for 2nd.
Chase Elliott trying to bring it back. What a victory this will be. Home track winner, Chase Elliott delivers in Atlanta.
Awesome job, man. Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
And he's been good on the road courses this year. Here's a look at it. So this is all by himself. This at the end of, where's this at? Into turn 6, yeah.
So what did I say about that corner? It's enticing to break. It is the most straightforward braking zone. Here's also Sheldon Creed down into turn 7, getting him spun around. He's going to get away with that far more than Christian Eckes. So the reason that, as we get another look here, Sheldon just sort of lost it. That's easy to do. It's pretty bumpy on the braking zone, and it's downhill, so you can overcook it. But he'll definitely 4 to 5, and it loses a lot of grip. The track actually is off cambered when you go through 4 into 5, as we have Chris Wright in the wall here. Which portion of the track are we at? We don't have enough identification.
There's turn 2.
Oh, well, it's written on the wall for us.
It is. I know. I noticed that earlier. Come down that little short straightaway there out of turn number 1. We've got another car. That's Taylor Gray spun around, and he's got some damage.
Really big damage. What we saw Connor Mozak almost do, he did accomplish, sure.
Well, Kim's report from the top of the show was pretty fortuitous. We have had several guys that don't have experience here that are finding the limit early on in this practice session. Here's a look at Chris Wright.
Yeah, that corner, you think you want to throw a bunch of speed at it, but you got to remember you're going on to the 2nd longest straightaway of the track, and you actually want it. What SVG does so well is he backs that corner way up, and you actually want to attack that corner entirely different.
Here's from Taylor Gray. Chris Wright right in front of him there, spins.
And Taylor almost got sucked into doing the same thing. He was referencing off Chris And Chris that's way overcooking the corner. Now he's going to go down here into turn 4. Ooh, that's a late break. You're going to start to hear wheel hop. Yep, of course. And once you've done that, you're toast because the grip level decreases as you go through that braking zone, and you can see it there as you look back at the track. The track is off camber, so you're losing grip. You're losing the natural direction of the pavement, and once that wheel hop starts in an already really bumpy section, you're along for the ride.
Well, it is.
Yeah, now we got to work on it.
But you can.
Jack Perkins now having a problem in the 19.
All sorts of chaos.
Here, stop.
He was running 7th. Had that great qualifying run earlier today.
And that's really damaged.
And I'm sure we'll see a replay. Caution's out. Wondering if he backed it in. And I will say, for the supercar guys that come over, the biggest thing they struggle with these Xfinity cars is the wheel hop.
The door is open ever so slightly. We'll continue to follow the situation for SVG. 5 laps in, he leads Creed, Austin Hill, Justin Allgaier, and Sam Mayer. We're coming back on the CW. You saw it while we were side by side, a DNF after a crash at Atlanta last week, and these are the kinds of things you can't let happen early. The list of things that has happened for William Sawalich. Here we go, restart, coming through the zone, back to turn 12, SVG with the...
And AJ hit the nail on the head. Yeah, we see Connor Mosack off the racetrack here and nosed into the tire barriers. Didn't hit it too hard, so just going to try and see if he can maybe get it reversed. Get this car into more trouble, crash it again, and cause more problems for the teams.
Brad Perez here, looks like turn 4.
Stay green as of now. Boy, it's so tight through there.
Nothing behind you.
Time what happened to Brad Perez.
This is just how tough that turn 4 braking zone is. It looks mundane. It looks like he's slowed up enough. You start to get that rear wheel hop, and they are in the wall.
Everything offline is still dirty, and then all the marbles from the tires get built up there. So the fact that Justin and Matt DiBenedetto there, turn 1, I believe. But yeah, you get offline, and it's just so dirty, so it's impressive.
That was about to be a massive move by Connor Zilich, but he sort of looked and thought better of it and was most likely the right choice there. He'll have more opportunities. Oh, Thomas Nunziata gets spun here in turn 2.
Will that?
Oh, no. Taylor.
And I did hear Marty Lindley on the radio say he's not going to catch you at this pace right now. So I think if the pace increases, now we got one in the wall. This may change everything.
And there is the caution. Unbelievable. Right into turn 1. Shane Van Gisbergen inside of Zilich. Van Gisbergen, the lead. Zilich into the wall.
It was Shane who was the real aggressor there. Shane sideways there through turn 10.
One last opportunity here. Connor's got to send it.
Coming to turn 12, final time. Shane Van Gisbergen through cleanly. In NASCAR, you spell Chicago SVG. Shane Van Gisbergen wins again in the Windy City.
Thank you. What a great car. Privileged to drive it for.
That's right. Only time that. Oh, look here. Already an issue with Denny here on the racetrack. Spun around. Take a look at how this happened. He's got some kind of an issue. He's blown the engine or something. See all that stuff pouring out of the exhaust?
Smoke out the right side of the pipes does not look good. Like this thing's already shut off. Right here, we're going to see it, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's smoke pouring out of this car. So he spun out either with an engine issue or an oil leak, one of the combination. Alan, what's the story on the 11, my man?
Yeah, just listening on the radio.
Sorry, boys. That's okay. We'll regroup here. Yeah, I just hit it damn near 90 degrees square. Yeah, I don't see any issues back here. You know, you're scuffed across the Toyota, and that's it. I don't see anything wrong on the quarter panels at all.
He gassed it up and he hit it. He said square, which I agree, kind of square to the rear bumper. And then watch this. The 5 slow, 38 slows, and now look right here, the 43. He's like, oh.
And these guys are coming to begin their laps. Like that's at the start-finish line. So they're coming to throttle up and begin the lap right here. So that kills this lap. And they have to go all the way back around another time. Gets down into turn 7 right here. First time we've really seen a car have a problem here. Downhill braking zone. Easy to get in trouble, but kind of bounces off the tire barrier and should be okay.
His two teammates right now inside the top 10. Priest 6th, Buescher 7th as we ride along with BK.
Yeah, I think Brad's going to keep hitting the line perfectly. And SVG is just so good at putting multiple corners up to 23 with another issue here.
You know, he had flashed the green right when he started his lap.
Man, this day went away quick, didn't it?
Big time.
Then to him.
Wow.
There you go.
You see how good of a job they did, but here's will be a great shot. Look at that.
Yeah, so they'll have to re-straighten up the tire pack.
And with 56 seconds left, remember earlier when Chase Elliott's team said 1:19 to come around and get a green? I don't see anyone could start another lap.
Yeah.
We'll see if NASCAR makes it official or if they add time. But with 56 seconds and everyone starting from pit road, unless they don't make everybody come back to pit road.
How much movement there is in the steering wheel.
Oh, boy.
Contact.
Hocevar around.
Hocevar's around. Someone's getting blocked by the 77. Oh, a big pile.
Just no room to work, and they're all wedged together here.
And that's the problem with this racetrack where the spotters cannot see everything. You can tell that everybody's running into this wreck with no understanding that there are cars blocking the racetrack.
77 of Carson Hocevar, qualified road 2.
Oh, my goodness. Such a hard lick right there. And he spins right around in front of Dylan. And now here comes everybody piling into this crash. Wow.
They have no idea, right? I mean, all of these cars continuing. This is just going to be a huge hit for the 77. Let's go on board with Brad K. Take a look at this.
Oh my gosh. We were just talking about Austin Dillon and the job that he was doing inside the top 10 and one of the handful of drivers collected here.
Yeah, the 48 spun out again. This is how that happened. So down into this corner, this is with the 2. That's the contact that we just saw earlier. So it's just on board the previous replay.
Look at these 2.
Bowman back to 26 now in the running order.
So here's a spin right here. Looked like maybe Austin Hill got in the back of him. I'm not sure. I don't want to blame Austin for that one, but
close. He was in proximity. Oh, here we go.
No, he just lost it.
Oh, see, your hesitation. You were absolutely right.
I'm glad you shot faked on that. You know what I mean?
The pump fake. Austin Hill, no, just kidding. On his own. Hey, Mama told us it was slick. You and I were just down there before the race.
Well, you wonder if he might have been just, trying to get back to the 2 after that.
Steve, just be the best on your strategy. That's what you want to do.
And one of the strategies is going to be right, but you don't want to be. You got to at least be leading that. I don't think he's going to hold it for long though. SVG's going to dive out right here.
Oh, we got a car around. Bubba Wallace is backwards here in turn 11.
He's going to have to just sit.
Yeah.
Can't back up.
He's going to wait for the field to go by.
There you go.
Man, that's tough. He had made up a ton of ground from the back of the field. Worked his way about halfway through the first into the inside.
And he was kind of to his door. I don't know if Bubba thought he would lift or didn't know he was there.
With the bumper cars behind him.
Yeah, there's going to be a disagreement between Bubba and Larson on what exactly happened there. They're both going to agree there was contact, but I don't think the blame is going to be as clear.
Think about in-season challenge implications. Bubba drops to the back. Bowman, who he's competing against today, is 21st.
Yeah, that of Eric Jones into the right rear quarter panel, spinning Josh around, and Josh makes contact with the outside wall, then nose first into the inside wall. He's unable to get the car removed from the racetrack, but he sits down in this corner for what seemed like an entire lap, Steve, which allowed a lot of teams, Bubba Wallace and others, to get to pit road before the caution comes out. a massive advantage for those cars to be able to do that while this car sat on the racetrack for at least a full minute and a half.
All I can think about is that 45 laps is just too far for the field to try to go, because to your point, NASCAR, and I don't love that it took this long for the yellow. Gets away. She gets away.
She's got in there a little bit too far. It's like late in the run. Brakes are fading a little bit.
Oh, man.
She got in the wall pretty hard.
Man, that car is tough because she had the issue in practice yesterday. Yeah. We didn't know what that was going to mean for qualifying. She's able to get it into the field. Man, a huge hit there.
And I know we covered it yesterday. He lost the lead.
Going to be 13 to go as we return to the green flag. Shane Van Gisbergen, Chase Brisco front row.
A lot of contact right there. Car's trying to get the power down and accelerate out of turn 12.
Ty Gibbs, same tires, same for A.J. Allmendinger, getting aggressive on the restart. And there they go around. Ross Chastain hits the tires in turn 1.
That's Bubba cars. Hits the tires, straightens up. What a move by the 1. The 2 car has a broken toe link. He's going to have some trouble.
More contact. The 22's going around.
And that's going to clog up this exit. Oh, man.
Get it rolling here,
47 of Ricky Stenhouse is backwards.
And I think about all the bracket battles going on right now and the exchange of positions in this situation.
Oh, Stenhouse. I mean, Ricky's trying. The car's just not going to move. Oh, there you go. He's got it sliding. Going backwards is frowned upon, and he knows it, right? You would love to be able to turn. Oh, great job. Good job by Ricky to let this thing continue to run.
Pulls into the field, takes the 1 out, and then down into turn 2. Well, we'll take a look here at the 20. Here's riding on board. Let's be quiet here and listen. Yep, he's got the rears locked up. Can't get slowed down. Ends up plowing into the field there.
You know, 8 tires corner better than 4. Well, that was, I don't know, 4, 8, looks like about 24. Yep, 24 tires.
That's pretty good math.
Yeah.
And then down in turn 2. Braking zone, more contact. Alex is probably going to clear right here. Bubba's going to go to the inside, into the back bumper of the 48.
Wow. I mean, the back and forth.
Oh, more contact right there.
What is it about Bubba and Bowman? They just get connected. We saw it at the rope.
It's going to send Bubba wide right here, but Bubba can retaliate down here in turn 2. Bubba slides it into turn 2.
I think Bowman knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Bowman gave him this ball. Oh, he's got him hooked.
Oh, the 40 to 23's around backwards.
And here comes Kyle Busch. Kyle with the issues earlier in the race, but he's making a rally late.
It's Bowman. Oh, wow. We got
the wall. And speaking of last week's Chicago, these two went at it toe-to-toe, Bowman and Bubba. They were matched up in the in-season challenge, and it got a little bit out of hand.
Yeah, pretty good racing right here, but physical, a little bit harder and more aggressive than I think that either driver would like. And then coming out of turn 2 there, Bubba said he thought the 48 was actually going to. Another one around right here, the 20 of Christopher Bell.
Already got the 4 coming.
Bell was making such a good push through the field.
Man, the gloves are 88 for sure. So now the question is who's going to finish second. I still think the 45 is the car with the better tires. I think he'll get Gibbs.
Oh, man, he won in the wall.
Cody Ware's off the track.
This will be big. Does the leader take the white flag or will the caution come out? That's the decision.
He's going to try to hustle back to the white flag because once he takes the white flag, the next flag will end the race. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. We are still green.
So if a caution comes out now, the race will be over. It'll be official. Who runs second, Reddick or Gibbs? And can SVG get it back around?
It's his turn.
He's been locking up a lot of corners I see on the TV, so he probably just got a flat spot on the left front. And we're in the tires.
They started. Gray on the racetrack. You don't want to be there.
On board with another rookie, Dean Thompson.
Dean got lucky.
Yeah.
50, 60 laps, and it's not going to be. Marcus had to pit earlier than they wanted. They're back again here in stage 2, Dylan.
And it's the same problem. It's a left rear tire that is coming apart.
1 from the 10. You've seen some damage there for Ryan Sieg as well, who's right at the cut line coming into this race. Oh, this is how the incident occurred.
Yeah, coming out of 7 and down the hill.
Stack up.
Yeah, so it looks like Sieg and Brennan Poole got into it a little bit there. Comes in a sprint car roll, which you know well, Christopher. And he said, you know, oh no, we got Jeremy Clements around here, down turn 11. There'll be a parachute there now. Oh yeah. Oh, he gets a little bit of a push from Brandon Jones. And the innocent bystander recipient is Harrison Burton. Sort of giving up on him late in the run, but the way he was able to run, unbelievable through turn 10, and the way he uses more racetrack than anyone, and some actually. He's using some of the dirt lap after lap. What happened between Corey Day and Austin Hill? A little contact. Oh, launching off the curb there.
I feel you, Corey. I feel you, buddy.
That's, well, you have experience with that.
I do.
Last
I do indeed.
We have been able to see him stay close enough.
It's got to be here.
Yeah.
Either this.
Needs the lead to turn 7. Dale Jr. anxiously watching on his 2 cars at the front.
Is he able to get to the inside? Does he go to the outside again?
He's going to try it.
Oh, all the way so low. Cutter blocks.
Push it.
9 is there. Could there be a crossover to the S's?
He's going to have a perfect turn 10 here. He's been using more space than anyone. Can he get the power down?
As close as he's been.
Oh, here he comes.
Connor's going to defend.
Turn 11, final time. Zilich leading Van Gisbergen. 9 88 drives away. He is a rock star on the road. Connor Zilich going to take it at Sonoma.
Hell yeah.
Max. Inside of 5 minutes to go, practice group 1, and the caution is out in Sonoma.
Yeah, the 7 car here goes off, and this is turn 2. We saw the 71, now the 7, and I believe we're going to also see possibly the replay of Brad Keselowski spinning as well. So there's sealer right here in this groove, and the track's pretty slick. The sealer's even slicker. And that's really giving these guys a lot of fits over this particular part of the racetrack. Here's Brad losing it as well, just a lazy little spin for the 6 car. But for whatever reason, that part of you're coming up over the hill, the car is light.
This track is incredibly slippery. You see Michael McDowell going around. This guy in there, and you heard Alan Cavana talk about it. He's on kill. Justin Haley went around over there at the top of the hill, and then this was really awkward. This was Carson Hocevar. Spins it out of turn 11, Jamie. That looked almost to me like a drive shaft broke. The way that car spun around and how quickly it did on the straightaway, basically.
There's a lot of trends you want. You don't want to have all 3 of your cars spinning in one practice.
Pitted it, so the one's going to have an easy
we got to spin
walk.
the 20s around in turn 3 or turn 2. This is the top of turn 2. Oh, and he pulls up in front of AJ. AJ smartly slows the car down.
I mean, Van Gisbergen has been in control out front. But really behind. Oh, look at this. Sideways. There goes Blaney.
Blaney's off in the dirt.
Contact with Buscher.
Into the barrier.
Roll if you can.
Oh, he's high-sided this. He's stuck. Not going to get that 12 car out of there. The 23's around out of turn 2.
Caution is out. First one for incident today. 3rd yellow of the afternoon.
The 11 of Hamlin.
It's funny about that. A little bit of the opposite of what we saw here last year. Last year, 8 cautions first 2 stages, no cautions final stage. And
oh, the 17 gets loose. And I just hate to think of how angry this guy in the 12 car is. Blaney already frustrated by how the 19 ran him earlier in the race down in turn 4, and that's really going to have him hot that he didn't get taken care of there. Racing side by side through this part of the racetrack, you kind of got to give each other a little grace. And you would expect Buscher to be able to do that 9 times out of 10, and just got away from him right there. We talk about the sealer on the racetrack, Steve.
Yeah.
I wonder if, underestimating the lack of grip. Look how sideways they are. Both of them really lucky, honestly. We've seen cars get upside down at this particular. Look at that barrier. Just missing the end of that barrier. That could have been catastrophic.
I believe that was the area last year where Blaney's teammate Cindric almost went upside down. Bubba was 22nd when he went for a ride. Hamlin was 30th. Back in a moment. Back behind him, Zane Smith racing Hocevar. The balance of old tires versus new tires, and those drivers trying to come through. And do they have time to get there?
Big stack up there. Coffee, nice spot. 4's around.
Yeah,
the 43's around. Big contact. Noah Gragson gets ran into. I think that was the maybe possibly an orange car. I couldn't tell who it was. He's got big damage
with the in-season challenge too.
And the 4's going to park right there on the racetrack.
And there's the caution.
And that's great for SVG.
They get sideways on the 7 and the 9.
Yeah, the 9 gets sideways, loses all the momentum. Now he's in the middle of 3 wide and can't do anything to gain any spots. Here's where the 4 gets turned around. And he gets contact right there from Priest.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Noah Gragson.
It's tough for Priest, who spent so much time inside the top 10 today.
Yeah, Noah on the inside of the 21. And just a lot of contact. Josh Berry spins out the 43. They had a little history, I think, last week. Josh Berry in the 43.
They did.
Which is interesting there.
I was wondering if the Chicago memories were going to come flooding back here with a few laps to go, and I wonder if that was one.
Riding on with Bubba Wallace right here. This is Chase Elliott. Ty Gibbs right here. Chaos.
It's
pretty significant contact for Priest, and he doesn't need. Look at the damage to the 4, and this is Priest right here.
pretty hard contact on that right front corner.
Without a doubt. And I think he's car. Now 3 wide. Stenhouse has a little trouble right there. Oh, Stenhouse around. Stenhouse into the tire barrier. Bounces off the tire barrier. Can he get the car started? Probably going to be a yellow because they have to work on that tire pack.
Might even turn red.
Sixth caution of the day.
Could turn into a red flag if this needs repair.
He's talking about his steering's broken. You can see it. Damage to the front.
I mean, if you don't go red here, probably looking at an overtime finish or real close to it, because it will take some time to get
that edge there, going backwards through this mix 3 wide. And he just gets a little pop right there off the left front fender of the 54 car of Ty Gibbs. And you got to go. I mean, I don't really fault anybody right there because you got to go in these scenarios.
Yeah, Ty kind of hits the curb and he's sliding left. I mean, look, it's tough enough to go down there single file.
Yeah.
Tires do their job. Jersey barriers hold in, but now the repair is going to have to happen.
So many times early in the race, you get to this portion of the track, you just let it settle out. This leg, everybody going to take all they can.
They are. And if you're, there you go, we're right on board. Yeah, Ty Gibbs, makes the contact and spins the 47 around. But your thought process is if you lift and let him have that, somebody's running over you.
That could be you.
Yeah, somebody's going to put you in the tires in the next turn. That's why it gets so ugly late in these races at the road courses.
Some hard hits, too. AMR safety team there quickly. Teammates racing back there. Chase Elliott, William Byron. 9 is on the move as they go wide back in turn 4.
Larson is around back there. Clips Blaney at the back of the field.
There was some debris. No caution yet.
I think they're both. Here's the 5 getting taken out right there. The 42, John Hunter Nemechek, gets into it pretty hard. Blaney will be angry that he didn't hold the brakes there. Rolling back into race traffic.
Down through the S's.
See what happened right here. Josh just gets in there really hard and into the back bumper. No way around that one, Josh. Hocevar won't be happy. Back to the lead, the 9th car. Chase Elliott trying to run down this.
White flag going to go in the air this time by 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Side by side back here, Byron. Ty Gibbs in that 54. Ty Gibbs going to take the spot away. Reddick right now at the back bumper of the 20 car of Seabell.
Man, a lot of hard racing for position inside the top 10, inside the top 5.
Reddick buries it down in the braking zone. Seabell's going to battle hard on the outside here. Oh, man,
Clear.
that was close. He's clear. That draws in the 54 of Ty Gibbs.
Down through the S's. I don't know what the phrasing is in New Zealand for woodshed, but that's where SVG has taken them today. It's a road course runaway. Shane Van Gizburgen dominates and wins Sonoma.
You are unbelievable, man. Awesome job, boys. Awesome job. What a run we're on. Thank you.
Top. He knows he has a tire issue of some sort, Dale, making sure he runs around the top, doesn't want to come to pit road.
If it's not flat, Steve, it's maybe unwound on that right front.
Yeah.
Trying to just get to the end of the stage right here. Oh, keep the car out of the wall, but not able to do it.
He was 28th when it first got away from him. Final lap of the stage, we stay green for now.
He wants to see this one to go right here. There we go. So now the leader will come by and end the stage.
Chase Elliott had his hands full for a bit with lap traffic and Christopher Bell, but he's going to pull away. See if he can get around Nemechek here. He cannot. Nemechek stays on the lead lap. Chase Elliott is able to win the stage.
Another tire that's unwound. You see the cord coming out of the back of that car. That's a right front or a right rear tire that's up.
Didn't we?
I think Dale said it the best, right? The drivers come out with this expectation of trying to manage it, but these guys got so close, just a few laps short for the 43 of Jones.
Yeah, Jones was running at the very top of the racetrack. He was actually one of the guys pushing the groove up the racetrack further than anyone else for a large majority of this run, and it bit him here. Just a few laps short of finishing the stage. He had a little bit of a tire failure. A tire unwinds. You lose all the grip in the tire. It's riding on board. That was the second time he had contact. Actually, the lap before he got into the wall a little bit there as well. Reddick to the top 3 wide around Kyle Busch back there. Change the road.
Yeah, not decided up here. Oh, the 20 around.
There goes Bell. Can he hang on to it?
Hold
coming
on,
down the racetrack.
Bond
A lot of cars coming.
Hold the brake. Okay.
First caution for incident today. It comes on a restart in the final stage, and it involves the man that was leading this thing, Christopher Bell. He had spent 59 laps out front.
Yeah, restarted on the outside, was door-to-door through 1 and 2.
Let's take a look. Coming off of turn 2. Going down the back straightaway side by side. Yeah, I don't know that there's any contact at all. It's just so strange. The car just turned sideways. Come around really quick.
This will be a good look.
Yeah, looks like he bottomed out on the racetrack. Steve, as we get further on in this race, maybe there's a little more speed entering that corner, firing off, running a little harder, pushing the car deeper into turn 3. We're also maybe making adjustments to get the car down, taking air out of the rear tires.
All of the above. You talked about those railroad tracks. You are absolutely going to hit the left rear shock stop over those railroad tracks. That's just the design of it. And I mean the thickness of a credit card. You know, if you go 1 credit card, you're okay. You travel 2 credit cards, it's really loose. 3 credit cards, you spin out. Like, it can be very sensitive for the driver. I'm sure Bell turned off in there. Bad aero situation with the 9 to his left.
hits that shock stop at a little bit of an awkward spot, might have even picked up the right rear shock stop for the first time, and around you go. It's like hitting a patch of ice. And then look at this. Man, it always amazes me how well these drivers do when somebody gets spun out right in front of them.
Other observation, the inside lane on the restart. Denny Hamlin restarts inside of row 2, jumps up to 3rd. Chase Elliott able to hang in the inside lane. Eventually, Christopher Bell goes around.
The question is, do the older tires of the 11 shut off a little quicker, right? 10 laps older, they haven't seemed to be worse, but is there a second wave of fall off to these older tires?
Caution, got one down the back, right now, side one. Low,
Yeah, the one car on the back straightaway had some serious issues with contact with the wall.
So now the question is, because that weather is not here yet, this isn't a caution for weather. NASCAR is going to check the track and open pit road. This will turn into a pit cycle. So now with 50 laps on your tires, to the right there's a shower, to the left there's a shower. Let's see what happened to the one.
Yeah, just way up the track off of turn 2. Looks like he had maybe a right front tire go down.
He's running 13th.
Yeah, something, that car just shot up the racetrack, broke something in the right front.
Yeah. Now the one thing that will help the stress of all of this is the one kind of comes down here, gets in the middle of 3, and then I think whatever's broken causes him to spit out. And when he spins out near the... Oh.
He might have just got loose, so he corrected the car up the racetrack, actually.
So I was going to say, this is near the entrance of pit road, so this will leave pit road closed. They're not going to let
it over.
Equal launch on the front row. Going to be a drag race into 1. A little bit of contact between the 20 and the 11. Denny's got to be right on that door. Not allow the 20 to get to the throttle.
Off of turn 2, still side by side down the back straightaway.
Tires are coming at the back there. The 19.
Bell's not going away. Larson up to 3rd.
Still there, still 3 out back.
Oh, he gets loose. He spins.
There goes Bell again. Second time he spun today, racing for the lead. Caution out, 7 laps to go.
24 involved. Gregson as well. Big contact for Noah down the front straightaway. Christopher Bell drives away.
And I thought it was going to be chaos with beating and banging, but it ended up being Bell just loose.
Around Gregson as the front 2 side-by-side battle down the back straightaway. The 19 to the inside here. Now the 20 gets loose underneath the 11 here. Just trying to do too much. But you got to go for it. He knew that he couldn't give up. Coming off of turn 4 and just trying to finish the throttle.
Just loose.
Yep.
Lots of power, a lot of steering wheel. Bad combination for a car that has already spun out once into turn 3 today. And then you see the 4 and the 24 kind of make contact, trying to avoid it. I'm really shocked that's all that was involved. It could have been much bigger.
We've seen some huge crashes along the front straightaway here at Dover over the years. Justin Haley gets the free pass back on the lead lap.
Rick, you know, the 4 just tries to get checked up. The 54 gets in the back of him. Ty's just trying to get checked up as well. Kind of a chain reaction. And then the 4 comes off the wall to get the 24, who was actually kind of in front of him.
Through all of that, Ty Dillon jumped in front of John Hunter Nemechek. Both those drivers still a lap down, but racing for a spot in the finals of the in-season challenge. We're riding with William Byron.
Oh, now stay middle, lay low, 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 low. And keep coming, stay bottom, stay bottom, stay bottom.
Oh man, here Denny had to get out of the gas and keep it out of the wall. Hell of a job driving that thing.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
We're setting up for a repeat from last year. It was Denny Hamlin. It was Kyle Larson. I mean, these two at times have been connected hip to hip. And you think about what they've done this season. Both drivers have won 3 times in 2000. Out to end it. Hamlin in charge and getting a push from his teammate.
19 right on the back bumper of that 11 car. What does he do down here in turn 1? Denny to the bottom. Here comes the 19.
Hamlin to the race lead. Brisco through to second.
A mile and a half with brand new tires on his rear bumper. He backs the corner. Oh, you got a car spinning. Will we see the yellow? We do.
There's the caution.
Oh, man.
And the caution is out before Denny gets back to the white flag, so we'll reset and do it all again.
Let's look at a replay and see what happened here at the back of the field. This guy's getting real aggressive. A little contact back there.
Yeah. Priest
into the wall. That's gonna cost him quite a few points if.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a tough situation for him late in the race.
Zane Smith was 16th, and this is the product of we're having these cautions. I'm going to come get my tires. I want to make the most of them. You're feeling confident on the stickers, and you try to get after it, and then this.
Yeah, Priest says we run minus 15 to the cut line. Did not need that. It gets so narrow down that back straightaway with cars are bouncing off the outside wall, bouncing off the inside wall. You know everything that's at the top of the racetrack is eventually coming down. That's a good launch by Denny right there. The 19, though, staying on that left rear quarter panel. Drawing even down into turn 1.
19 getting with it. Chase Brisco, fresher tires. Can he clear off the 2? No, he cannot. Hamlin is there.
Going to try to slow him down the back straightaway. A little side draft. 19. Brisco down into the bottom of the corner. Denny fighting hard on the outside.
Bowman up to third. Here we go. White flag is out.
Oh, contact.
Next flag will end the race. Hamlin to the lead in front of Brisco.
Brisco's got to get some clean air. Denny's going to do everything he can to block. He's driving away from the 19.
We'll run by 3. One more solid
Half a lap to go for Denny Hamlin. Brisco is there, but not going to be able to pounce. Denny does it again. He's got the Dover.
4th position all the way back to 10th.
And then that wasn't the only thing that happened on pit road, Michael. You see Ross Chastain as he was leaving his pit box here. The left front tire was not on. He's trying to either back up or go forward. And unfortunately, you see that tire spit out there. So he had to come back down pit road. Josh, what are they saying? Getting to his best, and we'll have to see as we get a little further into this run, as we get closer to the end of the stage, who has the better truck at that point.
Oh, caution.
Caution is out for the first time for incident. It is the 22, and they had a driver change of them. Let's see what happened here in progress.
Oh, he had gotten into that. Looked like with the right front. Is that tire flat? I think he went in right front first, Regan.
Does look like right front, yep.
Probably just blew a tire, maybe.
Not sure if it was right front first or if maybe he backed in and it slapped.
He's got to be proud of this performance tonight as he takes the white flag.
Final lap at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Lane Riggs, what a standout night. Won stage 1, stage 2. Held off a hard-charging Cory Heim, Ty Majeski, even Stewart Friesen. Led the most laps tonight, 159. As he makes the trek on down, checkered flag is in the air. Lane Riggs gets it done in Indianapolis.
Bad, of course. Oh, as we see Daniel Dias going for a spin. Hang on. Oh, no.
Oh, we just hit the inside wall. Left front, right at the headlight. Hit it pretty good.
It's off of turn 2, and the yellow has waved for the first time here, 10 minutes in. Here's a look at the replay. Die at the top of the screen. Oh, early. She was loose super early into the corner there. Oh, wow. Great job. Yeah. Turn it off the outside wall, and then never stop trying. Yeah, you're just along for the ride. You need to release the brake right there to hopefully make the car turn, but you're praying inside the car that it's going to get slowed down. That was pretty good impact, the inside wall.
And for it to be that early, it tells me, you know, one of the things that we talked about all 4 corners being different. The, you know, turn 2 where you do get in trouble a lot is sort of as you turn into it, get those associations they have. So it's cool seeing here. Oh, Taylor Gray's going around.
This is the same spot off turn 2.
Get out back. If you get tire down, don't tear any fenders off of it.
Kept it out of the...
Oh, man, I'm telling you, those overcorrections, when those go wrong.
Oh, he did get
a little bit of contact right there. And that really upset it.
Yeah, that contact didn't. I think he'll be okay with that. I think that's going to be fixable. Maybe.
I think
it'll buff.
It'll buff.
Yeah, it'll buff.
The other part, that right front fender's pretty beat up. The other part of that is that when you heat up that right rear, that really takes a toll.
Take a look at this block here. That's as close as you can get, and there's some drainage down there that sort of caused that bump, and you see the 7 jump up and down, and it's sort of laid over on the left rear. Wow.
Even a little bit of contact right there with the 19's quarter panel.
But did you see Zilich? I mean, Zilich had so much momentum. It's like, where does he go? And he's bouncing all over the place. This is the Hellman's onboard camera.
Yeah, and this is like the 2-for-1 pass. It's the perfect pass that you want. But Eric saw it coming. And listen, Eric is really good at drafting style racetracks. And I bring that up because at those type tracks, you have to learn how to block. Oh, so you got trouble.
Harrison Burton involved in that bubble battle, and we get our first caution of the day 3 laps in.
Make sure that your fenders are okay if you got flats.
Let's see if Sam does that same gesture for Sheldon Creed behind him. You see
over the race lead.
Oh, he had to bail out of it. Connor Zilich went through the middle 3 wide. That puts him the outside here on 2. We got Carson Quappo around.
1 going for a ride into the wall. Looked like Daniel Dye was there behind him. Oh, we're going to add a lap.
Getting a couple drops down here right now.
Chances. 17's got a slight advantage right there.
But here comes Allgaier. Off of turn 2, not decided yet.
Still out there.
Contact.
Oh, no!
Allgaier into the wall.
Oh, no!
Connor Zilich drives through and takes the lead.
Wow, we've seen it all day with cars getting loose there on the restarts, and it happened to Kyle Larson when he lost the side force. Couldn't hold on to the race car.
Think about the storylines at the front here. You know, with Zilich chasing 100, Gray going for his first career win, and Mayer up there as well trying to win for the first time this season.
Larson just pushes up into him. Yeah. I mean, there's not really any other way to look at that. You watch the white line. He pushed up too early, got into the left rear of the 7 and got him around.
It just seems like when you get to that position, you're committed in the throttle, and as you start to walk the car up the track, they take off at times. We've seen it multiple times today. This is really the first time up at the front in the lead, and then once you get to the inside of that outside car, you just lose all grip.
How, where do you time that out? Oh, as you see the 19.
Wow.
Oh, what a save! Oh, no!
What a hard hit for the 19.
Wow.
Caution out, 10 to go.
Wow. You saw the 19 get the 21 loose, and then as he went by, it just...
Austin was either still chasing it or trying to get back in line.
Austin Hill Radio.
I couldn't hang on to it. I was not trying to right rear him. He had me out of control, and I jerked back to the left to keep it off the wall. I'm not sure what the hell he thought. Just running me over at 3, though.
All day long.
Down the back straightaway to turn 3. Zilich, nice advantage. Short shoot, turn 3 to turn 4. 88 in control. Off the turn 4.
Yeah, boys,
Final time. Connor Zilich is absolutely on fire. 3rd win in a row comes at Indianapolis, and it's happy 100 for Junior Motorsports. They
bent the toe link on it. Sure. Take a look at some of the contact that he had. This is exiting turn 1. He got away with this one, Steve.
Got away with that one. That was just a bumper cover. Didn't hit the right rear tire. And then he gets a little bit higher the next time. And this one, that's tire, front and rear. Big damage.
Yeah, that was really hard hit. Done a lot of damage to the right rear suspension.
And now here's the problem. Now you've taken a car that was good in practice. Repairs going to have to be made. He's going to start shotgun on the field.
Replay of the contact. Again, off of turn 2.
Oh, boy.
It's big.
I kind of was judging how much softball was left.
Yeah.
And when it showed up and there was still, I don't know, 20 or 30 feet of softball, I'm like, oh, he is well short of corner exit.
I think we both sit here and go, maybe this won't be too bad.
See, like that one had like a chance of missing the end of the softball, but it doesn't.
Now, when I said not bad at all, I was talking about the end result, not the result of the car when he hit the wall. Here's Tyler Reddick.
Oh, look at this lap so far. Bubba was so close.
This is Denny's lap.
Oh, boy.
Look at all that green for Hamlin.
Well, he's got one or two to deal with. And turn 2 has been the trouble spot.
It's early. It's still a lot of lap left. Look at this guy. He is flying.
I mean, that thing looks locked in. My goodness.
That was a heck of a corner right there. And he finished it. Oh,
to the wall for Hamlin.
That's a hard hit. This is going to be hard. Oh, man, that's a hard one as well. Wow.
Turn 2 all day. And this is a guy that had 2 tenths up.
Has a hell of a turn 1 and
unreal.
And
what a hit, too, coming back across the racetrack. Huge impact to that inside wall, winning that coming down. Spot, Dale.
Yeah, he had so much confidence, I think, how turn 1 went. Turn 1 was as perfect as you could possibly hope. And then through turns 2, we've seen so many cars have problems here, and he has seen that as well, right? He's watched all of the cars go before him, and that back end started coming around, and once he had damaged the toe links, there was no control in the car and into the inside wall.
Big hit.
4 wins this year. You know, we talk about his successful season. 20 starts, 7 top 2s, more than a third of the time. He finishes inside the top 2. We're going to have a lot of work to do when we go green here tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the tough part about the next gen is when you bend that rear toe link and that tire toes way out, you can't steer it out of, I mean, it's going into this inside wall.
That's right.
Right, so the right rear toe link breaks, the rear skews and turns, and he just has to lock it down because he cannot steer the car or do anything to keep it from heading where it's going. And that inside wall, that impact there is a tough one. That's right on board. But I am impressed still with the commitment. And the way that car went through turn 1, just impressive. Let's listen to less fuel in when the stop comes. Oh, we got a car around the 1 of Chastain. Wow, hard damage.
Y'all good?
Wonder what happened here. This had to be a disagreement of some sort
right
at the end of the straightaway.
Down, right front splitter, fender damage.
Tail. Blocking a little bit. Everybody's, you know, they're fading a little bit left to block the entry, and McDowell said, I'm not going to get blocked today.
Man.
But he ends up making a little bit of contact, so I'm not sure if McDowell, you know, usually when you decide you're upset and a guy's blocking you, you don't end up in the wreck yourself, but somehow or another they got down in the corner and McDowell couldn't get slowed down, and there's contact and one's in the fence. Let's take a look, or let's listen to some audio from McDowell.
Just wasn't expecting him to stop that fast when he blew.
400 on TNT. Dale, congratulations to you and your group. Yesterday, Junior.
Oh, we got the car on the wall. Right front tire's down on the 43.
Third caution of the day, second for incident. Trying to give you some praise, and Eric Jones not cooperating.
There's so much going on. Huge damage to the right front.
I'm coming to you, but
So the right rear's up.
So you see the 43 right here. 45 goes by. Boom. Oh, there's the wheel. God, oh. So basically, wow. Yeah. Man, that is a hit. What a hit.
Yeah.
What a weekend for Legacy. I hate it's going.
I felt it come off. So, yeah, I mean, it looked bad, but it honestly didn't feel as bad in the car as others I've had. So I feel good and, you know, fortunate and happy for that, but just sad for the Dollar Tree team. Just fast car and things weren't working out the best today, but, you know, I just wanted to have a shot at the end.
And you heard it, fast cars for Legacy, both
go with OT #1 in Indy.
Bubba gets a great launch. The 5's getting a push, though, to get drawn right up inside on the outside even.
5 got a great arc into turn 1. Will that work? Will the momentum carry him off turn 2? I think think he's going to have a chance.
Kyle Larson is there, coming off of turn 2, but Bubba Wallace jumps out in front. 23 to the lead.
Larson won't be able to do the crossover down the back straightaway.
Calm behind, surprisingly pretty calm for the front 10. You see Blaney jump out of line, but it's Larson and Bubba.
Oh, we got a crash in the back.
There it is. There's the big wreck. We're looking for the yellow out.
Zane Smith.
45 though, and the 22. Several cars getting damage. And the 54 trying to get it stopped. He's like, I got $1 million here, guys. Just let me get slowed down here. But Reddick gets caught up in that.
Yeah, Reddick's choice to pit is going to end his day early. Now I think they have a points advantage. All the work all year gave him the points to take this gamble. It looks so calm too. I thought we were in. He's very even keeled.
Let's see how Zane Smith gets turned around here down the back straightaway on left right side of your screen. Oh, Christopher Bell gets into the. You know, it's kind of hard to tell from that angle. Looking at it from maybe head on, we could see if there was a block. Here we go. Zane's blocking a little bit low. The 20 just gets hooked and turned into him. I don't know if he mistimed it or got a little bad push.
I don't know.
But just a.
There was anyone on the 20's bumper. I just think he was trying to cross him over and caught the bumper.
Yeah.
Either way, results the same. Zane Smith is not going to be happy.
Right front wheel. Totally broken. Yeah, the 20 just goes left into, hooked him, just ran into him. I don't know if that was just big misjudgment. It's an odd piece of contact there. Oh, this ain't gonna be fun.
You reckon it's front, right in front?
Reddick started on the pole last year, finished second. Crash late today takes him out of contention.
Yeah, it looked like maybe Christopher Bell just misjudged. He was trying to dive late to do, get to the inside of the 38. Terribly misjudged.
His radio sounds the same way. Yeah. He said, man, I didn't want to do that. It was just it reads like a mistake.
Look at all these cars trying to avoid. It's a great shot.
Chase Elliott, good on fuel, up to 16th now. Look at
in your lane. Take it nice and easy here.
Y'all go ahead. I'm in no hurry to get there.
You're good.
This is Christopher Bell right here. That was, I don't know what that was.
Keep coming.
That was just terrible.
Absolute. Yeah. That is terrible is a great way to put it.
Yeah. This time the launch is really even between the 23 and the 5. Side by side, door to door, down into turn 1.
On a 5 high, they'll miss the corner.
A wiggle right there with Larson.
Bubba Wallace gets it done again. 23 out front off of turn 2.
Will we stay green? Do they have the fuel? Those are the big questions.
If they can get back around to the white flag, the next flag will win the race. And they're getting aggressive in the back of the pack, down the back straightaway, into turn 3. Bubba Wallace leading.
Oh, we got a couple of cars up the racetrack. So far, all good. Coming back down the track now into turn 4.
Bubba Wallace will lead off 4, coming to the white flag. He needs 2.5 miles worth of Sunoco fuel.
White flag is out. Next flag ends at 1 lap to go for Bubba Wallace. Larson not going away. Trying to win his way to the postseason.
So 5 back and have a small run. Be ready for the late dive.
Larson with a bit of momentum down the back straightaway. It's not going to be enough.
Does Bubba Wallace have enough fuel?
Hamlin is around Byron for 3rd.
Byron's out of fuel, Steve.
24 is out. Will the 23 make it? They were both so close.
Here they come off of turn 4. The Brickyard belongs to Bubba. Wallace wins at Indy. And he's going to the playoffs.
Unbelievable.
That outside lane, we saw this all last year, has the momentum. Pretty surprised how close the 88 was able to stay right there behind Jesse Love. I think he's going to want that clean air. We know what an advantage.
Oh, there goes Dylan.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much damage, though. See,
Oh, and he's Sieg with him.
Wow.
Ryan Sieg, the great qualifying effort's been so good in recent weeks. We talk about where he is in relation to that playoff cut line, and he's one of those involved in our first caution of the day.
You see Sieg, oh, he just got loose right there on the bottom, slid up. Actually, Austin had given him a lot of room, but Ryan just trying to catch that car. Slight contact. I don't think there's any damage to either of those cars. Be curious to see what they do on tires. I don't know that they slid. I don't know. That'd be a decision they're going to have to make here.
Early caution at Iowa, and one of the players involved in that playoff bubble involved, Ryan Sieg. We're back in a moment on CW. Huge opportunity for Harrison Burton. He's the one guy at the bubble that hasn't had anything, but maybe some added motivation.
Without a doubt.
And the miscue was his, right? I mean, you miss it coming in, and now he's driving it for all he's worth, and now we get a caution, and it's going to be for the 71 of Ryan Ellis, who had just gotten the free pass on that last caution. So the Wheeling caution lights are on again. Ellis was 26 when it got away.
Ryan just slides up the racetrack a little bit inside of Alfredo. Yeah, pay attention right here. The second place Brandon Jones, who Kim was just talking about, took the outside and got into the side of him. Fortunately, no cut down tires. That could have been bad, yeah.
You know, that was a similar area to the track where things got away from Sieg.
The two-car.
He had fallen to
Sam Mayer packed a bunch of air on the back of that car. All these Gibbs cars, like, as this race goes on, I know Connor dominated at the beginning, had that pit stall issue, but if you look, second place with Brandon Jones, we have Zilich in fifth, and then Taylor Gray, who just passed him for fourth. All the Gibbs cars, as the rubber is getting laid down, as we're getting later in this race, you're seeing all those cars start to rise to the top. Connor's frustrated at the pit crew because he wins this first stage, and then you get to knowing that how hard the bottom is to work is to try to work a little bit higher. Oh no,
Three wide, and there goes Thompson, and he hangs on to it. And for now, we stay green. There's the caution.
See them going down into turn 3. Looked like Dean was trying to block a little. Dave forced the issue, got down inside of him. And this is a learning experience for Cory, right? You see that? Gets so loose. Good save by both of those guys, though, Adam.
You're outside the fuel window. I don't think anybody going to pit.
You never know.
But you're right. You never know. We'll wait and see.
I think he's in the best position he can on this restart.
Jason Ratcliffe closing on 60 wins.
Lapping somebody, so you got to kind of work together with everybody.
And there's a caution. 6-1 of the day. It's for a rookie, and that's Daniel Dye.
Josh Bilicki right here. Oh, you see, it looks like a right front went down in the middle of the corner. Then he got clipped just a little bit by Josh, which made that angle.
You see the 88 of Connor Zilich in the middle, 3 in, tight center, but very manageable.
Sam Mayer's there as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chastain sideways, and so is Allgaier. Caution is out. The difference here, I mean, Allgaier goes in the wrong direction. Zilich able to drive through. Zilich got the 10 stage points earlier, and we got to have a major change at the front. Being the control car outside lane means
great recovery. I mean, both he and Jesse Love didn't look like they were contenders. Oh, as we got.
That's Matt DiBenedetto, 99.
Yeah, and that's going to be some oil on the racetrack. They're going to, I got to think that's an oil leak.
Stay green right now.
Caution.
And Mayer not letting Love get away.
Oh, that would have made me nervous.
Mayer down to the inside.
I think there is oil. I think there is oil down there. They need,
there goes Brandon Jones, and there is the caution.
I can't believe they didn't throw the caution. I mean, you could see that car was smashed in the front. It didn't look like it was a tire rub. Car was smashed in the front. It didn't look like it was a tire rub. I honestly don't know what happened right there. It's like they started to check up. I don't know if he was mad at the 17. It just looks like it's faded away as this run goes on. Doesn't quite have the speed. Just had good fire-off speed, which has really paid off for him until all these restarts at the end.
White flag in the air for Mayer. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. And there's the caution, and that will end it. Mayer takes the white flag with a caution out. The race is over. How about Sam Mayer? First win of the year. He's going to go back-to-back at Iowa Speedway.
They'll show up the next week and they're just way off. So far here, you know, he's second on overall speed for a fast lap, but he's only run 17 laps.
Big wreck.
Oh, boy.
Loose on entry. We've seen it multiple times.
Talk to me. Yeah.
Wow. Man, that thing came around.
He's got no brakes now. He's so many cars free on entry here today.
Yeah, so watch right here. This is where the wreck starts. Right there. Car goes around, overcorrects the car turns right. These cars, it's very easy to overcorrect, especially on corner entry and right along.
I mean, that is so close to what we saw at Reddick, right? I mean, you're talking the exact same thing, except for this car just turned right, but what a huge hit with the right front.
Remember, Kilm said that he was talking about the right rear chattering, right? And so what that means is the right rear tire is just not making grip in the racetrack. It's too loose. And so on corner entry here, it is the loosest part of the racetrack, and that right rear is chattering. And we talked about, and Kyle talked about, finding the edge. It's a razor blade. And if you go over the edge by any at all, you stand the chance of this happening. And he thought he was there. He thought he knew where the grip limit was, but right rear doesn't grip, and around it goes.
Is it possible to describe to folks at home behind the wheel how much reaction time you have when something like that happens, Jeff?
Well, so the immediate attempted correction to save the car, that happens in a millisecond. I mean, it's just a reaction that you have learned through the years of your driving. That from the time that you know.
Felt really good about the changes that we made there. Came out of turn 4 really hot and heavy and hard on it, and you know, went off into turn 1 with too much trust and chattered the right rear and then overcorrected and smacked the fence. So yeah, just
take it from last to third for the Brickyard 400. That's an impressive race for Denny Hamlin.
An impressive race, and I think Denny, who said on his podcast he was emotionally torn, right, to go celebrate as an owner as he gets into the wall right here. Marty, you have the announcer's curse. If we go online and you give him
that.
Oh, that's what happened. Gave Kyle Busch some accolades. He fences it. You talk about Denny Hamlin. He right sides it.
I was
what I was going to say, though,
when that happened.
Yeah, I think it was Denny was just lucky enough to get this save. Let's go on board. Just a great job by the driver, some light contact. But if you go back to Indy, if he doesn't wreck that primary, qualifies 5th. Does he have car enough to win the race? I don't know. Did an amazing job. That was a great shot of the bumps, too. That right rear tire kind of like skips over it. Maybe we can see that one more time. Watch just the right rear tire, and it kind of skips. You want to talk about loose at a bad spot. Man, that thing is turn 1 entry. Big issue.
Yeah, and the difference is, Steve, he doesn't, you know, watch the car bounce, right? As soon as it bounces, that helps make the car loose, Dave.
And Jeff, he wanted the crew to know entry stability was part of what he was dealing with, but also immediately came on the radio and said no wheel damage. So, Jeff, pretty hard to get into the wall and not damage one of these cars and make a...
Let's go back and see what happened. Gets in the corner, out of the groove. Caution on the racetrack.
88 of SVG has spun around, and this is going to be a big switch in all the strategy moves. This is what the advantage is of running long at racetracks where you can. Kozlowski, Blaney, Cindric, Gibbs, all the drivers that stayed on the racetrack are loose on entry, would be my guess. Yes, sir.
See it over and over this weekend. That's been the trouble spot. Just a few laps before, Denny Hamlin almost did it.
Ryan Preece now comes back up into the mix as he tries to go around the outside of Reddick.
Caution's out.
Problem for Cody Ware.
All right, who was leading the 6 of the 12 when the caution came out?
It was close, wasn't it?
Cody Ware in the back of the pack on the front straightaway. He had trouble on the exit of turn 4. Ended up spinning late. Kind of a single car incident.
I think the front group is going to stay out. Stage is too close. Tires don't really matter. The back.
Ooh, that's aggressive.
That could have got ugly.
It was ugly.
And for Ty Dillon, we've been heaping praise on his brother, but what has happened to the Seabest number 10?
Big damage to the left rear. 34 of Gilliland. Oh, boy.
Yeah, Todd got loose.
Loose, yeah.
Got loose underneath Ty and had to go up, chase it up the racetrack, and unfortunately, Ty Dillon paid the price.
Ty Dillon's not going to care that Gilliland got loose. He's going to be all he knows is he drove in there, leaving the guy to his left a full lane, and he was around backwards.
It's a great shot of it right here. See right there, the car transitions through the bumps, and Todd just could never turn it and get it to the bottom.
And Ty Dillon, wrong place, wrong time. He told me yesterday how much he has enjoyed this 2025 Cup season, being back full-time in Cup, having commercial partners who are enjoying their time being associated with him. Had a big smile on his face yesterday. That smile won't be there right now. That's frustrating.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Look, Ty stepped it up this year. He's done it. He's had his best year in Cup.
Yeah.
Ty Gibbs. 1 lap to go in this stage, presented by Credit One Bank. And this Carson Hocevar slides to a stop.
Still under green. No yellow.
Look, bottom of your screen. Top side, pardon me, top side.
3 wide, contact with John Hunter Nemechek. Around he goes. Yeah, there it is right there.
Those closing laps of the stage, emblematic of the stage. Tries to go up and join Josh Berry.
Oh, Chase Elliott on the outside of Priest. That was tight.
And these two guys are together again after 2 separate points of contact. First it was Elliott hitting, and Denny Hamlin's around. The 4-time winner this year. It had been a challenging day.
Track. It's typically not going to work very well. It's just not enough room. Contact with A.J. Allmendinger, and I think, honestly, trying to keep from spinning Allmendinger out, almost spun himself out.
And the Dinger did a good job to keep it off the wall as well.
There was 2 of them that were going to wreck, and somehow Dinger did.
Staggered, middle of 3. Hang on to it there, hang on to it.
Just, when they made contact, Denny just turned the car left. You know, he didn't ever, turn it right. In my eyes, he just was looking out for A.J. there.
Outside bumper cover, stay down, wreck it, down.
Good job from Michael McDowell to avoid him as well.
And with 30 cars on the lead lap, you know, that's a huge loss of track position from 18.
The RCR guys are door to door, but that 3 has been strong today.
And I love what it can do right here. Left front, right on the white line. Very few cars can do that with any sort of pace. Oh, we have a car backwards, 38. This has been the story of the poor 38. Good runs that go away late. A week ago, it was contact from the 20. Now here, another act.
What happened?
Big stack up. Oh, who is that?
Who was that?
I couldn't tell.
Oh my gosh, he got really.
I don't want to assign blame yet. All right, who's this car that comes into frame right here?
That's Hocevar.
It is. It's Hocevar.
I felt like it was a 77, but I needed to see confirmation before I gave it to Mr. Excitement. Let's go on board. It's loose, much like we saw Todd Gilliland, Denny Hamlin. You know, that's not Hocevar being aggressive. That's just what we've seen. Unfortunately, Zane Smith isn't going to agree, but he's chasing the car all the way up into the 38. What'd you call him, the Hurricane? That was I like that. Good nickname.
Yeah, I've seen this over and over all week. Just loose on corner entry, and Zane is the victim.
We were on board with the 11. He goes, I know how that feels.
I've scrapped for the majority of this Iowa Corn 350. They've been glued together, but coming off turn 4.
Oh, he's spinning.
Dillon.
He's spinning.
And spinning is Eric Jones.
Safe.
Oh, it has gotten wild.
You heard the spotter of the 6 screaming save. That tells me we know the plan for the most, but unfortunate changer.
Bubba Wallace was struggling in that top lane. They got to him pretty quickly. Eric tries to turn to go underneath him, and Brisco is there. Bubba had been hit like 3 or 4 times the lap before.
The 19 kind of exited the corner thinking he was going to be 2 wide. It turned, he was 3 wide.
Yeah.
And this is my comment on the last caution when I thought everybody was going to pit. It was because of this situation here. I was absolutely wrong. But majority stayed out. But now I think that gamble may work. Look at this. This is the 43 and the 23 hitting each other. I'm sorry, 42.
That was the lap before what ended up being the caution. That happened the lap before off turn 4.
Chastain was sneaking through on the bottom there.
So this is John Hunter Nemechek in the Dollar Tree Toyota Camry. So it was both Legacy Motor Club cars involved
and Bubba's
a lap
car,
apart.
Yeah, Bubba's car got in the wall, and I think
this is what put us under this most recent caution. Contact between Chase Briscoe and Eric Jones. Not malicious, just kind of circumstantial.
Oh, Denny Hamlin loose. Oh, spinning.
It's Reddick and it's Bell.
Watch the 20. He's going to back up, staff.
The restarts have been wild.
They have been absolutely wild.
The cars just...
It's not. It only lasted several laps. What happened between Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell?
3 wide. The 19 got loose on corner entry. We've seen it over and over. Gets into Tyler Reddick. Reddick gets into Bell. It's just been a consistent theme. Turn 1. When you're on the bottom of the racetrack, look how narrow his entry is. He turns so early. Now his angle of attack is completely messed up. Hits the bump. Gets the back of the car around. The only thing he can do is chase it up the racetrack. Takes 2 on the same contact.
Let's have a look from the 48 of Alex Bowman because he had a really good view of that.
Great job by Bowman. It's just, we saw it yesterday in practice, we saw it in qualifying, and we've seen it all day today. Turn 1, you better pay attention to your corner entry speed and how your car is driving.
You know, it's worth discussing. We keep talking about it being a short track. Well, this is the fastest track where we run the short track aero package. The simple diffuser, not a lot of aerodynamic help, right? So most tracks, loud when we do, and maybe it's a little bit faster at times, but it's flatter and different. I mean bank track with a lot of speed because, you know, and once we go to Dover, we run like an intermediate package. It has a lot more aerodynamic balance to it. So you wonder if that, you know, we've finally taken enough downforce off these cars that these guys are completely out of the racetrack.
Steve, all the no downforce fans you just made happy. Well, they're all cheering right now.
Yeah, I mean, now look, I will say that everybody's still going to get out and say it's hard to pass and the tires don't fall off. So I'm not saying it's the magic ingredient. But I'm going to say if you like guys wrecking, then this is pretty much on it. Look at this. Joey Logano's thinking he might get into it.
He found the magic path right there through the smoke.
So many guys riding along with Bowman, you know, Logano there. You see
there's that battle with the 6 and the 60. It's a battle within a battle, right? You have to try to go, save a little bit of gas. Cindric, Elliott, Barry all have to pit SVG around again.
Second time today, the 88, the Red Bull Trackhouse car, has brought out the caution.
Tires up.
Right.
Contact
from Kyle Busch. Contact there.
Just looks like a lot. He's probably already super loose at the moment.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on around them. You know, it's their AJ Allmendinger.
What's going on right there is Kyle Busch is into the side of the 16 as well.
Yeah, so just, you know, why are we surprised?
Well, I'm going to tell you,
wild.
You want to put you in my shoes. If you're Brian Wilson, the crew chief of the 2, or Alan Gustafson, your stomach sinks. Could we please just run 40 laps?
Ace behind you. Still there. Still there, tight. Still there. Still outside, even. Still outside, even. Door. Still there. Still there. Still outside, door, still outside, door, tight door, quarter, bumper, still hanging, still there, full.
Caution's out. Caution.
Ty Dillon. Corlig Racing straight through the grass on the front stretch here, and that
our 11th caution of the day. Looks like he just, I don't know, say he just got loose.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from that angle.
Larson was the car behind.
Was there contact? But there was already damage, or was it?
Yeah, let's watch here from
there's
Bubba
already
Wallace's
damage.
car.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's contact, big contact.
It looked like Ty had a little bit of trouble because Larson caught him so quickly.
Yes.
Right, and he just didn't react quick enough and ends up spinning Ty out. Ty is not happy, I can assure you.
And Larson on fresh tires, and he to go.
Blue switch.
And one lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Is there enough gas in the tank for William Byron? Looming in the background is Brisco, Keselowski, and Blaney.
If these guys go, it's fine. We just got to get to the line.
The line is now in sight. Off turn 4 comes William Byron. Does he have enough? You betcha he does. William Byron. So close, but so good. And Hendrick Motorsports celebrate. William Byron wins the Iowa Corn 350 powered by ethanol.
Not him right there, but just prior to that, this was that moment.
Talk about trying to roll that speed. He got loose on entry, and man, he did a nice job of hanging on to that Napa Night Vision number 19.
And that's a save that sometimes doesn't always happen. So many times we've seen trucks get loose entering the bus stop on that first right-hand corner and end up going all the way.
And 2 of the trucks ahead of him are starting to run on fumes. And that's the trucks in first and second. Oh!
And around goes Tanner Gray. We were just talking about him. Caution is out. 6th one today. Brent Cruz just behind him. I don't know. There was a little help there. That was a big hit.
That was huge. And we'll see what happened.
Definitely not an area of the track that we see incidents a lot.
Block to the left.
Majeski behind him.
And you're right, Michael. That was a double move, basically. And Majeski said, okay, I'm to the outside of you. I'm not going to lift again right now. And
that, that's a hard one as a competitor to figure out. You make one block, get by with it. You make the second one and you get wrecked. It's almost hard to blame the guy.
Yeah, and that's there. You hate to talk driver code or anything like that, right? But the first move you can deal with. It's part of racing. I was always a believer. The second move, okay, I've already said you got me on this.
So here we are. We've got our battle that started this race. Will it finish like this?
Watch these guys as they work down.
Ben Rhodes.
Can he keep it going? No, this is going to be another caution. That's going to set up overtime.
Oh my goodness.
Ish.
And Ben, keep in mind, was just on pit road and told his team he had an issue, thought maybe it was a drivetrain issue.
Big hit for Ben as you see he walks away.
You see the
left rear just comes off.
Left rear comes off, and
he hits hard into that wall.
Tough to tell, Michael, but it almost looks like that left rear still got parts attached to it. Like, not like the lug nuts came off, but like something maybe
like the hub broke.
Yeah.
This is going to be a lengthy cleanup, as I talked about overtime. You can see all the debris flying.
Let's go on board. Listen to this.
Wow. Glad Ben hopped out of that truck.
You see Ben get his hands off the steering wheel, and once you know that you're in that position on a road course, you got quick steering boxes on these trucks. Just go ahead and get your hands off the wheel. Don't get wrapped up in a spoke. And
number 52 truck.
Just a little contact as they went through turn 1, and he was trying to save that truck when it got a little sideways and keep it off of Cory Heim.
Oh, Mozak around.
Connor Mozak was running 5th at that time. The 77, Andres Perez, was having the race of his life, and the caution is out.
Oh, wow.
We will do it again.
Where you see Bell, but then it goes crazy. You see the dirt flying in the air. Around goes Mozak. And when that happens, you just can't see where you're going.
And there was some, see the 26 of Dawson Sutton there. Thankful that those tire barriers are there. Just came through there with a lot of pace. Couldn't quite tell how he got turned around from that angle.
I think he just tries to clear the wreck and just can't see where he's going.
Gosh. Another big hit there as they have to repair the tire barrier.
Well,
off of that 19 truck, and lots of blocks further back into the bus stop here is Connor Mozak, and now we got another one. Jake Garcia around and all kinds of trouble again in the bus stop.
And the caution comes out.
I was afraid of that.
2 corners from seeing the white flag.
Grant Enfinger, his tough day continues. Had a good day going at one point and had that contact with the turn 7 wall on a restart, and now
cleanup continues on that tire barrier again. We've seen that a couple of times today. This is just one of those spots.
It all started when Connor Mozak, I think, went around, and then that just blocked everything up, you know?
Yeah, just very, very similar to the previous restart. Once one goes around, you just don't have anywhere to go. It looks like contact from Ty Majeski jumping off the curb into Connor Mozak, and it's just, Michael, it's so tough to go too wide through that bus stop in any scenario unless both vehicles are just going so slow, and that's not going to happen at this stage of the race.
Bam, you saw right there Majeski into the side of the 81, and then whoa, Zilich just barely sneaking by. Grant Enfinger not so fortunate.
On board with Christopher Bell, of course, had to go back in the pack just a little bit after coming to get the fuel. And
does he sneak through? Heck yeah,
clear all around.
Does.
He survives to race another lap. Put
C-Bell in 9th.
Put C-Bell into the
rips it out of there like he has all day long. Does Daniel Hemrick have anything for him? He gets blocked.
Hemrick with a strong run. You got to wonder if that 11 truck stumbled. Got such a good launch.
Not able to hold to the outside. Gonna try and cross back over here. I don't think he's there. Getting up next to him.
Nose to nose. Slides. Cory Heim takes the lead.
That's going to open the door for Jarrow because of the slow run up off the S's. Can he make a move on Hemrick?
You see smoke off of Hemrick. He's had that smoke for the past couple restarts, so it doesn't appear to be a problem.
Let's make it through the bus stop,
guys.
This
is where we've had the trouble. Get through it clean, guys. Cory Heim is on it. Does he have enough fuel?
Look who's up to 4th. Christopher Bell racing back into contention.
Christopher Bell had to pit for fuel.
Zilich looks like he's out. Had a stumble there.
Daniel Hemrick staying right on Cory Heim's bumper. He knows he is close on fuel. And here we go. Going to see the white flag here. Final lap at Watkins Glen. The next flag you see will end the race, whether it's under caution or the checkers. Hemrick won earlier this season at Martinsville. 2 races ago, they did a crew chief swap. Mechanics, all behind the wall guys, swapped.
He is right there, heating up the back of that 11 truck of Heim. If that 11 truck stumbles at all, Daniel's there.
Smoke seems to be getting a little bit worse.
Got a good run down the back straightaway here, too, going into the bus stop.
He's there.
Incredible racing. This battle up front for the lead. Half a lap to go.
Wow, he was strong up through this, wasn't he, Regan?
Carried that momentum. If he can carry the momentum off of turn 5 here, just not quite enough to make a move into 6.
2 more corners.
Oh, sideways is Heim.
Slips up. Can Hemrick take advantage of it? Coming out of turn number 7, checker flag will be in the air. season. What a day. How in the world did they stretch that fuel?
Let's get a report on the rookie driver from Minnesota. Here's Dylan.
Yeah, and he has been so impressive. And now we got Ryan Sieg has spun over here off of turn number 6, it looks like. Should be able to stay under power and stay green. Oh, now we got another car that's buried in the gravel, it looks like.
Yes, Josh Bilicki, and I would say we'll get a caution here because once you get in that gravel trap off the turn, you just can't get out. And Josh, Michael McDowell.
That's the worst guy to have contact with.
Thomas Annunziata around for the second time. A little damage there.
Ooh.
Only on CW. Heading toward the end of the second stage. Nice battle here. 41 Sam Met.
Hopefully in the preferred position right here. He'll drive in just a little bit deeper knowing he has fresher tires. Austin gives in just a little bit.
Sheldon Creed.
Wow.
And there's damage.
That's
and there's
incredible.
And this is great for Shane Van Gisbergen. If the caution comes out and with that debris, you have to believe that's going to be the case. And there it is.
I mean, the timing of that, impeccable for the 9 car. That was kind of a Hail Mary, right? Because it's on the early side, but this caution's going to help him. So that we saw that right when it very first happened, which was back just a little ways. But that contact got Sheldon turned. Oh, man, that could have been bad. Ooh, those guys trying to get slowed down.
Watch this with Daniel Dye.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Restart coming, 27 laps to go.
The preferred position, I think Shane might have let go just a little bit there.
Power move, turn 6, there's the contact. Van Gisbergen around. Zilich takes the lead, hard hit for the 9. Caution is out, oh my goodness.
9 didn't know that he was on the inside. There is no spotter right there, right? It's hard for the spotters to see that. That's almost a blind spot of the racetrack, depending on where the spotters are located. But they came back on, they made contact, and again, like, you just don't realize how fast this track is until you see contact and you see the impact of the 9 car. But I don't blame Connor for doing anything wrong right there.
A violent hit for Shane Van Gisbergen. Teammates today and teammates for years to come at Trackhouse. SVG just signed a multi-year extension, but he's done. Zilich has done a great job today, hanging in. Look at big crash. McDowell, Zilich. There was contact with Austin Hill. Taylor Gray got a piece of it.
Oh, slow down, guys. Oh, the
what the heck is that guy doing?
Josh Bilicki.
I mean, why would he do that?
Mess.
You know who he is. You okay? Yeah. I mean, he hooked me.
Watch Austin Hill. He is behind McDowell. He's going to swing way wide right here. We saw this, and then it's like when Austin's trying to, he caught the back of McDowell right there. And then you can see the visibility goes away. Yeah, I don't think that's intentional, Adam. I think that is Austin running wide, trying to get back on the racetrack, and very similar to what we saw with Retzlaff. I know there's going to be some frustrated people. Oh, look at those guys that have slowed down behind, and others that just came piling in there.
It's just crazy how tight this area is. It just funnels down. And once you get a driver out of shape in this portion,
McDowell's wreck is massive right
just
there.
Nowhere to go. And the impact was just crazy for McDowell.
Wow. Who drove into the wreck back there?
Bilicki was the one, I think, that got his wheels off the ground. But it was hard to tell what was happening behind him.
Well, this would be a good perspective right here if it swings around. You see the 21 get to the outside. Yeah, and you see they're just all trying to get back into the line, back on the track. Adam, you almost got to wonder as we watch these wrecks if you need an out of bounds, right? Like, that's really rough over there. It's not the racing surface, but it's legal, and you can go out there. Ooh, this would be a good perspective from Eckes. He's going to make it through this wreck.
Just all the debris. A lot of cleanup on the way at Watkins Glen. We'll take a break and come back. You're watching the NASCAR Xfinity Series on CW. Is in fact okay.
He just has no steering right there. Look at that.
I mean, it was fine, and then it just went straight.
4 lap turn. See right here, this is on the restart. Before Retzloff goes around, I couldn't tell, was there contact when that first came on? Or
Retzloff looking for another top 15 finish. He's done it the last couple of weeks. Was 13th when the car
tire off in the dirt a little bit.
Easily through 6 and over to 7. And now he can make the right-hander back to the checkered flag. The magical ride continues. Connor Zilich, 6th win of the year. He goes back-to-back at Watkins Glen.
Common theme. I heard, spoke to a lot of drivers this morning, and so many of them, the majority of them by far. Oh, Kyle Larson with problems.
I got no brakes.
No brakes is the call.
Yeah, I heard no brakes, and you heard Cliff Daniels get right on the radio to bring it to us.
This early in the race. Replay here.
He just loses it,
yeah,
all on his own. He said no brakes, so obviously he has enough brakes to slow down a little bit, because if you got to the end of the front stretch with 0 brake, you would go straight into the barrier, as we've seen drivers unfortunately do over the years. So, but something is amiss with the 5 car of Kyle Larson, whether he has no rear, no front, or maybe the pedal itself is just long. You know, he was reporting a brake issue. We'll see what he does. Like right here, if he has no brakes, pit road, jump onto a different strategy. Oh, man! Whoa! There it is. You saw it live. The 21 gets spun around. This might close pit road for the 9. Big contact for the 21. Should be an instant yellow.
Josh Berry. And the Freightliner Ford for the Wood brothers.
No caution. The 9 should try to jump the pit road right here. Let's see if he makes it. He's so far back. He's going to try to turn right. There he is. Will he make it to pit road before the yellow comes out? No yellow. So the
track. Here it is right here. They're behind Chase Elliott, who's really slow. A little bit of contact from Ty Dillon. Gets Berry moving in the wrong direction. Great shot here.
This is Zane Smith. Boom.
Yeah, what's Zane going to do? You know, there's just nothing you can do in that situation.
Yeah, it's aggressive by Ty Dillon to be pushing on the 21. He knows he's stacked up behind the 9. And then I thought that contact with the Armco was going to be a yellow on its own. NASCAR held the yellow, allowed the 21 to drive away, then it ended up being debris on the racetrack.
That's a big impact.
Yeah.
And this is where the huge impact.
A little bit of smoke. I knew it was from somebody. 42 of Nemechek sent around on the entrance of the carousel. I saw the smoke, but you can't tell if it's like tire lockup or what it is.
First it was Eric Jones, and now his teammate.
It's a bad lap.
That was a nice comeback. Look what happened here. Teammate on teammate. A little hip and shoulder out into the grass. But then what happens to John Hunter Nemechek later on?
Yeah, the 42 gets into the S's and just cannonballs his teammate. The 43 unhappy. And somebody else got the 42. Look at the camera. He's not going to make it. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
And hard to tell what happened there. Contact already made. It was out of the bus stop. We'll have to see exactly what happened to the 42. Basically to the end of the stage. 42 is definitely a little off the pace, struggling with the handling, but just gets shipped by the 54. I mean, hit it square into the bumper and sent it into the tires. I don't really know how you could see it any other way. Now, I haven't looked at the other 49 or 41 laps of the race to know if the 42 got the 54 at some point. That could very easily happen. We might be seeing the retaliation of the frustration, but in this singular event, very clear to me.
While we're in commercial. We're on board with Michael McDowell.
Oh, heavy breaking into one. Contact with teammate Carson Hocevar. Carson goes around.
Meanwhile, back at the front, the two guys who started on the front row in this race on two different strategies of other cars, and especially Chris Buescher. He sees a 10-second gap back to Chris Buescher. Very different a year on.
SVG at this point now can just stay in his rhythm. He was very vocal in Mexico when they tried to slow him down. He said, man, if I slow down, I start missing my marks. Let me just do what I do, be who I am. And I would encourage it. The team has leaned into it, and he deserves all the praise he's getting because now he's come to a track where I feel the NASCAR Cup Series drivers have the biggest advantage. They have laps. It is not as technical. It is more high speed. It has everything that I thought would help the 88, but here he is, the 88 leading, the 20 making a move, Jeff.
It's still a good battle for second, side by side, into the inner loop. Nice. Fell by him. SVG obviously dominant on road courses, but keep your eye on him because he is improving on the ovals. He is becoming a factor on the ovals, not winning speed yet, but competitive speed.
The day started with Marcus Ambrose, a Glen winner, voicing our show open. Marcus Ambrose encouraged Shane Van Gisbergen to do what he's doing now. SVG does it again, but a year on, he gets redemption and wins at Watkins Glen. Terrific effort from Christopher Bell